Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam!
Oh, light the beam indeed. I love how you're still grooming as we go live. It's been a minute, so we got to get back into the routine here. Broadcasting live. Once again, all under the same roof here on the north side of San Antonio. This is the normal Tuesday night edition, returning on a normal scheduled Tuesday night for the first time in a while of the Sports Cave with Biggest Puma. I am your host, Sam Freeze, of course, joined across the table in our new palatial studios here with all of our fancy equipment. Joined, as always, by the Cap.
With the fancy talk, palatial?
Well, if we have fancy equipment, we got to have. You're the second person that has stopped down on the word palatial in the last week. Yeah.
No one this is a nice palatial.
I view.
How do you use it in a reference?
It would mean
like how you just did it, but
yeah, it would mean having to do with a palace. Like it's so nice, it's palace-like.
So it's a place, but luxury.
Correct. It's a
luxurious place.
It's a palace place. It's a palatial place. Yeah, add it to your vocab. Trust. Every now and then, this backwoods redneck education I received.
I believe that's how you get hit in the face.
Yeah, well, I tell you, a lot of it is listening to people like Paul Harvey and Mike Reiner and very over-the-top, descriptive radio personalities from my childhood that a lot of the vocabulary gets picked up on. Of course, we'll check in with LG here in a minute as we talk subbies, as we scramble to make sure all of this palatial equipment works properly, because it has been a minute, boys. We haven't been all in the same room for the last time we were here, we were celebrating our 100th show. That was November 19th.
Yeah, November. Oh yeah, because we didn't do one before
we didn't do a holiday one. Yeah,
we got LG was sick. He was down.
LG was down Tuesday.
He had mono.
And then Wednesday, I had full-on holiday-itis. It was, look, I mean, I had a few sniffles, like the cold front moving in.
Just say you're hungover.
Left me with, no, it wasn't hungover. I can assure you that. The days of passing off allergies as a hangover, I think are, because I will be brutally honest and tell you when it's like, I drank all the tequila on the east side.
Yeah.
We're not doing a show tonight. No, that was the roommate and I sitting on the couch at like 2:00 in the afternoon. And then she got done with work because they only had a half day. And it was like, well, we're in holiday mode. It is the holiday-itis is kicking in.
Kick in the eggnog.
But more importantly, so much has happened since the last time we were all in the same room, starting with we're officially 2 weeks from tonight.
And we're in. We're in the Emirates Cup.
The Spurs are in the knockout round of the Emirates.
I want that Emirates trophy so bad.
I, for one, fear
Stick it right in the Saudis' eye.
I fear the pending future of the Saudis deciding my day-to-day fate. So I will refer to it by its proper name. The Emirates NBA Cup.
They're their own country.
That's correct. They are, but they
gained so much money. They're just
spending a lot of money
a country
with us lately. Spending
still want to ride on those planes.
Yeah, sending a lot of money our way, which no reason to concern. No reason to have any concern. No.
We're pumping the Emirates Cup. Come on,
look,
give me my free tickets.
9/11 was a long time ago. we're not as concerned about some of those sides.
I heard he was an unnice man.
Yeah, we're not as worried about that these days. 14 days away from the Emirates NBA Cup final, and as you said, we do have local reason besides just my insane infatuation with the NBA Cup. We have the Spurs playing in a knockout game next Wednesday night against the Lakers.
Did you happen to see the ESPN app where they go by like the percentages of who's going to win the game?
Oh no, educate me.
And Denver was heavy favorites going all the way towards about 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter until the Spurs came back and pulled off an amazing win with no Stephon Castle, no Victor Wembanyama, no Area 51, but Dylan Harper, De'Aaron Fox. They put on a show.
Yeah, there's
Vassell could not be stopped.
Vassell, it's nice. It's nice to see. We're going to talk, of course. We got Spurs notes, and we got a lot. The whole show it's going to be a lot to recap. We're gonna hit all of our normal Tuesday staples, but there's just a lot to get to. So we'll see what gets cut. But we got Spurs notes, of course. We got Cal notes. Main Seggy will do an NFL recap, and then lightning round will be a bit elongated tonight because we have so much to recap, so much to get to. But of course, also got to do a little weekend recap with the holiday. There were some stories that came out of that some good, some bad, some somewhere in the middle. But should also tell you before we get to LG, I know you've been waiting for it. It is the National Day of Giving today.
Not even in November.
I think they do it this day every year because it's, everyone's, the red kettles are out. Everyone's giving.
Give me a buzzer on that one.
It's the giving. Okay, well then if you're not interested in the national, because I was going to say what better way to celebrate National Day of Giving than to maybe give a few super chats or
come on, you cough up a bucket.
Exactly, a few memories. See, but no, if you want to talk, it's also World Trick Shot Day. You want to talk about Dude Perfect's net worth and how many millions upon millions upon hundreds of millions they've
tried
made.
to go public and get an IPO. Didn't work out.
Have you seen the full studio?
Yeah, the warehouse. It's like the Fantasy Factory from Rob.
That's That's
Rob
a great
Dyrdek's,
comp.
but like quadruple 100 times size, like full basketball court, full half pipe, full like tennis, whatever, what have not.
Do you want to take a guess on their
Pickleball
combined net worth? The guys from Texas A&M that rose to fame by throwing a basketball off the top of Kyle Field.
I still remember that video.
I remember it distinctly. It was when my buddy was at A&M, and he was telling me about these guys that were getting popular on campus and showed me the video.
400 mil.
Okay. You have a higher guess than I would have. It's not quite that much, but you're not that far off.
Only a couple hundred mil.
Not even that.
Oh.
The most recent valuation of their whole. So in between the guys individually, you're looking at about $125 million amongst 31 of them that are in the group, however many there are.
There was like a domain, so believe it or not, they did a 30 for 30 on Dude Perfect, and I watched it.
It wasn't terrible.
It wasn't
as bad as I thought
there
it
was
would
original
be.
5.
Right.
One left to go be a doctor.
Well, he's making less money.
He's making less
being
money,
a doctor,
but he's fulfilling his life's dream.
Okay.
Who needs
Sure.
that?
Yeah, I mean,
money can do that.
Money, yeah.
But now
Especially
there's the
money
original
for trick shots.
The original 4. One was the bad boy who got kicked out and got brought back in.
Well, they're like a K-pop band.
Yeah. But like, I guess they were like one of the first people to do just straight content, like how Psy does it and Logan Paul, where they just doing regular.
Yeah, were they ever doing? Were they ever doing like day in the life streams like that, or was it all just streams of them trying to hit a specific trick?
It was
shot?
just day in the life. It was just
Okay.
like they would videotape the room, and he would just keep on going wherever he went. He was like a rock star and always filming.
I shouldn't slander too much because their most recent valuation is closer to $330 million in total brand value for the Dude Perfect
I'm not
brand.
asking for a lot, just an 8-ball and $2 million, man.
Yeah, as Uncle Baby Billy. Uncle Baby Billy would make a great member of Dude Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Quit playing that
Get out
dong
here.
pong,
Get out of here, nerd.
Judy. So yeah, National Day of Giving, but also World Trick Shot Day. But since it is National Day of Giving, LG, tell the good people how they can give to support the program here.
Jump up in that super chat. That'll help us out a ton. And you can also hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, because we are trying to get to that 1K. That's the next milestone.
I had
1K.
a really good friend of mine, the hippie. I told him I was going to call him out. Still hadn't subscribed. I made him subscribe today, an hour and a half ago.
Good.
While he's over there, he's like, I still haven't subscribed. And I'm like, pull your phone out and hit subscribe.
Yeah, why are you saying it like it's a
Come
badge
on.
of honor? Like, just help a friend out here.
Help us out, man.
Doesn't
We're not-
cost you anything.
We're not asking you for your firstborn here. Come on.
No, but I mean, if you want to get, no, I'm kidding. It's absolutely
You want
free.
a baby? I'll
It'll,
get you a baby by 3 o'clock.
buddy. I think my track record would say I probably would have had one by now if I wanted one. As LG said, absolutely free. The subbies on YouTube will never cost you a penny, and that will continue to be. We're working on some new ideas for some.
The beginning of the year is going to be good. We're going to implement some stuff.
Yeah, the guys here have really lit a bit of a fire under arguably the laziest ass of the three of us here, which I think we can all agree. I think we all know who I'm talking about. It's not the guy I'm looking at across the table, and it's not the guy running the show in the other room. Yeah, it's that redneck right there. So we're working on some daily content, but as we continue to do these live shows, this will be where to find them. So definitely, I see those subbies. We have jumped a few since we were last in the room.
We jumped one. I know we can jump a couple more before Christmas. It is National Day of Giving. I take it back. I like it.
Yeah, and as LG said, the super chats, if you do throw a super chat out there, if it's on topic, we'll get to it in the segment. So we're going to talk Spurs. We're going to talk Cows. If you got Spurs questions, Cal thoughts, throw a super chat in when we're doing the segment. We'll get to them. If it's anything else related, if you want to tell us about how your dad burned the house down frying a turkey, hit us with a super chat, and we'll get to that right before the lightning round.
Always measure the bird with water before you put the oil in. Just a little heads up.
That doesn't seem like good advice. The oil and water?
Not together.
Oh.
You put water in, and then you put the bird in to
Okay.
get the level.
Okay.
See, he's burning houses, dude.
Yeah, I was about to
He's
look.
burning houses.
I've seen.
Throw an ice cube in some oil and see what happens. That was always fun at the restaurant.
Oh, yeah, that's great. Yeah. Just
the
throw it
guy
in.
over there at the oil pan, you just throw a little piece of ice cube in there, and there's like.
Yeah, you know, the average hospitality worker has he doesn't have a wild hair in him like that to just randomly do that as you're standing next to a fryer.
All line chefs know that if you don't walk around with scars, you're not really working.
Yeah, I feel like you can say that about like ranch hands and line chefs. Like that's like very different.
Burns and scars.
Yeah, very different offices they work from, but similar scars. Y'all want to get to it? Do a little weekend recap as we jump in.
Let's go, mark it.
How about we mark 8/18? Also, another one of the changes. We're going to put these markers to use at some point, I promise.
Yeah, the roommate, the roommate got on your ass about that one.
It is the time of year where my ass is everybody else's problem right now. Everyone is on my. I got family on my ass about when we're going to be back for Christmas in a good way.
Yeah.
I've got her on my ass about what I want for Christmas. I told her right before we went live, just get me this, whatever this headphone is that LG has, just do that. And that's
That doo-doo brown.
that's my list. Yeah. I want it in the, I like to, this is more like every sofa from the 70s.
It's called velour.
There it
Come on
is.
now.
Those just make me seem like my ears would be sweating.
That's a
out.
palatial color.
I like how the word of God came through. It's called velour.
Well, the Word of God corrects us on colors of headphones and also corrects us on Harrison Barnes being the most accurate three-point shooter. So usually when the voice of God comes into the program like that, it's with very accurate and pertinent information. Weekend recap, got to do some Thanksgiving talk. How, just in general, everyone have a good Thanksgiving?
Oh, man.
No houses burned down
No
from
houses
turkeys.
burned down. Sat my happy ass down and watched football all day. But then we had an actual Friendsgiving, which we call homie holiday on Sunday.
Oh, you're too cool for Friendsgiving.
Oh man,
Got to have homie holiday.
We've been doing this for two decades before before social media was a thing and picture camera phones were in everybody's hands. Where we
A better time,
just acted a fool.
one might say.
And when you go to Homie Holiday, the rule was always if you don't know everybody and everybody doesn't know you, you need permission.
Kind of as it should be.
Yeah,
That makes a lot of sense.
It was not followed this year. Too bad.
Look, as someone who's been on,
I wasn't too bent out of shape. I just didn't stay too long.
Yeah, I was about to
just
say,
like,
you're just-
I was like, give me a couple to-go plates and I'll run back by over there.
yeah, I'm good here. As someone who has been to multiple Friendsgivings where I definitely knew less people
Yeah.
than.
Like I would have shown up if it wasn't cold. I would have shown up in basketball shorts and a cutoff shirt, and everybody's in there dressed to impress all these people I don't know. And I'm like,
Oh, no.
I'm like, who the are all you, man?
No, and why are you dressed
Why
like
do I got to
Sunday
introduce
school?
myself to like 18 people? I'm like, this is where we're gonna be smoking the devil's lettuce and just acting a fool, farting on each other.
No, now you got to do it out back
Yeah.
because you can't have that smell on my mink coat, on my nice velour suit.
Yeah, and it was like a raptor pit, man, whenever the food got there. But no, everything's gotta be cordial. Stay in a line. Let's serve the adults, the parents first. And I'm just like,
Okay, that sounds miserable.
Yeah.
That's not a homie. A homie holiday?
Homie holiday.
Yeah, that sounds like the antithesis.
Shout out to the people. We did good. I love my friends. But next year it will be different.
Yeah, it sounds
I'm
like-
bringing it back.
I was about to say-
if I gotta host it at my house, it's gonna be back.
I'm now imagining you standing outside your front door, like bouncing homie holiday. Like
There'll be looks given. I'll be
name 5 people in this house right now. Nope. Only
Yeah.
4. Gotta go.
I was like, if I don't know you, then you definitely shouldn't be here.
Yeah, state your case. You're like like Peter at the pearly gates.
Get 3 chances
Yeah.
to stay here.
Talk me into it. Let me know why you
They're
think
like,
you deserve.
I brought you a J, and I'm like, okay, you're
Well,
cool
and
with
now
me.
I don't give a damn who you know. Now we're good unless it's swag. Ours on the other, we did very traditional. We do Thanksgiving with the roommate's family, and then do
Are
Christmas
they out of town
back
too, or?
up a Bernie comfort area. Just
too bad.
just far enough where it's it's like an hour, less than an hour, like
Start getting sleepy on the
50.
drive back.
That's exactly. That's
a little bit.
the only good thing is they're very punctual people. So lunch is
Love it.
lunch is not at 12:01 and it's not at 11:59. It is at high noon on the dot. That's when food is served, ready and served.
See, that's what I can't do. I can't do the early Thanksgiving. I am not hungry at 12 o'clock.
I'll tell you why it works for me, because we get there, we eat, and then it's 2 o'clock. We gotta drive back home to watch the Cowboy game. I gotta have my notebook and take my notes. I've gotta work, darling.
This is work for me.
Every holiday.
I tried that one. Didn't work.
Well, now that you have a microphone, maybe you can have a little more pressure you can apply. I've already been laying the groundwork. Like Christmas Day, Cowboys play at noon.
Ooh.
There
Used to be a basketball day. Now,
Yeah, I don't like
NFL's
that.
greedy.
I don't like it at all. The NFL, well, it's because it is greedy. That's why it feels greedy. But the roommate's family, amazing spread. We had our chef buddy, Ernie, the chef owner of Charity Bar. Nice. Him and his son rode out there with us, joined the family, had the whole dinner. He brought some wild boar meatballs. I love it when there's an item that is not traditionally Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Something to kind of break up the monotony of casserole dishes and turkey. And so he had some awesome Spanish wild boar Spanish meatballs.
Because wild boar is pretty gamey, but
That's right.
if you do it right, slow cook it,
buddy.
and like you can make some magic.
You can do a lot. Wild boar is one of those items where it's either some yuppie at a fine dining restaurant paying $50 for an entree of them,
Cured.
or there's a few of it's pretty popular now, or it's like my grandpa who shot one 2 days ago who's just working his way through the meat. You know, it's like it's either like ultimate redneck.
You want 3 pounds of wild boar meat? Got
Exactly.
it vacuum sealed right here for you.
Stocking stuffer right there. I'll pick it up at Christmas. Save it for me.
I'm like, just make me some sausage. You know, be good.
Now, all this being said, food was amazing. Everything was delicious. The only problem was I only got one serving of it because not going to throw anybody under the bus, not going to name names, not going to suggest that there are certain gender roles that apply to kitchen-related activities versus not going to imply any of that whatsoever.
Man, you're digging yourself a hole. We've already known that the women stay in the kitchen from you. You have a very...
I've never once said that. I've
You
never
are not a
implied.
feminist.
I have never implied any of that whatsoever. But I will say that we forgot the turkey.
You? Like, personally?
Again, it's a team effort.
Y'all were in charge of the turkey.
So
no turkey.
So we ate. Well, we had the turkey at lunch.
Yeah.
But then as we were gathering up all of our leftovers, and I'm like, hey, it's 2:05. Like we gotta get
plastics.
home. We gotta go grab casseroles. Like just grab what you can with your hands. I don't care. We got to get on the road. And apparently between my urging to leave, overzealous urging to get home in time for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
We left the turkey leftovers.
So it's just gonna be a ham, stuffy, mashed potato, cranberry sandwich.
So it wasn't even. You want to know how bad it was? So there was turkey in the giblet graving. There was turkey on top of the stuffing. So I'm picking the turkey off the stuffing, putting it on a roll, and then slathering it with turkey giblet gravy to try to get like one turkey slider left over. And I didn't realize it. So we get home in time for the Cowboy game, and sitting there halfway through the second quarter, starting to get hungry again. Steph starts going through all the leftovers, and I just hear a giant F-bomb come from the kitchen. And my first thought is like, oh, we got a snake in the house, or like something, some kind of varmint, something. And that was when the news was broken to me. We weren't going to be having leftover turkey sliders.
See, I'm good with all the fixins. I want all the fixins.
Oh, we did fine. I ate an entire pecan pie instead. Yeah, no, we were fine. Yes,
an entire pecan pie, crust and all.
That's the best part. And when it was homemade too, oh my God, it was so good. What do you have against pecan pie?
The little crust on the outside of it. I love pecan pie.
Yeah.
But just the filling, like the crust on the outside is so dry and just
not when it's
chalky.
gone right. You haven't had good pecan pie then. This one was made by one of the roommates.
Oh, a chef.
It's one of these, something really popular in small towns across Texas is like pie peddlers.
Pie peddlers.
That's literally what it was
like
called.
The Pied Pipers out there.
like Silicon Valley. No, that's what it was called in my hometown. It's just people that like are retired but are still wanting to stay busy, do something, and they can make badass pies.
Oh, they have like the little town farmers markets.
Exactly. And
okay.
so that was how one of Steph's parents' friends is one of these people that slings pies all around the greater Bernie region. So it was everything homemade. It was delicious. Only complaint was the turkey. I should also say, on the way out there, when's the last time you drove a vehicle without cruise control?
Man, when's the last time I drove a vehicle with cruise control?
Really?
I don't trust it, man.
What? It's like it's some grand conspiracy.
Now they got the new ones where like it slows down for you and it keeps just enough space in between, but that's not enough space to be like move the F over.
That's like LG's Tesla does all of the braking for him.
Yeah, that's the
I
cheat
don't like
code.
that.
You can cut off Teslas anytime you want to. Then they break,
and then they're gonna drop.
I got the rear view camera where it's not the actual mirror, but you get to see people, and I'm always seeing people pick their nose,
trippy.
Pick their nose in their car, and when they think I'm not watching, but I'm watching.
Constantly.
Yeah, but like I see that, like,
The way you say
I cut off a Tesla, and you just see their head jerk, like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, and they get so angry, dude.
Despite your belief that cruise control is an Emirates conspiracy theory to control
AI
you.
overlords, man.
Exactly.
I don't deal with them.
So our cruise control, the knob that like controls it, snapped in half on the way out there. So it turns out there might have been again, another unnamed individual that normally doesn't do a whole lot of driving that was behind the wheel of the vehicle.
How does a knob get worn out
So
that bad?
it wasn't that it was worn out. An unnamed individual hit their knee so hard on the steering column that it cracked it. And then the first time I pushed it to set it, the whole thing just snapped in half.
Oh, yeah.
It was very much like, you remember in Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah.
Where he jerks the door backwards, but then he gets it back on.
He's like, what'd you do?
What did you do?
Yeah.
That's the treatment I got, where as soon as it snapped, it was like, what? You don't know your own strength? You just broke it? I was like, I don't know what happened. She's like, no, I'm kidding. It happened. I did it 2 days ago. I've just been
I'm
waiting.
thinking the cruise control because I'm always driving GM Chevys or GMCs.
Look at you, red-blooded patriot.
Hey, buddy, buy American. The cruise control is on the steering wheel. So I'm like, what could be on that steering wheel giving enough force to make a cruise control fall off? Freaky deaky.
Yeah, there's some.
Freaky deaky over here.
You're getting me a little closer to your conspiracy theory now. I see where you're going.
Oh, that's an image I don't
Unfortunately, no, that was the. So it happened on the way out there, and then on the way back. You know, out near Bernie, it's like 80. The speed limit's like 80, 85. You know, something crazy. And so normally
sweet part of I-10.
Oh, it's great out there. It's God's country. Normally I just set the cruise and nail it all the way back into town. That was the first time where, one, I'm driving like a madman to try to get back in time for the Cowboy game. Two, I don't have any cruise. So like at times I'd look down and I had dropped all the way down to like 75. I'm like, what the hell?
What am I
What
doing?
am I doing? Exactly. I have to adjust to life without it. And then the only other thing I had before we hear about one of the members of this program's upcoming globe-trotting trip, something big happened over the holiday weekend.
Uh-oh.
And I think I told y'all about this at the beginning of football season. The first week we had NFL and college football on that same weekend. Some of the backlighting on my TV started to go out.
Uh-oh.
And it would be sporadic. Like you'd watch it for like an hour and a half, and then part of the screen would go dark. Not fully black, so you could still see, but it just wasn't lit up like it should be.
Are you talking about like the Omnion sliding that goes on the back?
No, I'm talking about the actual like screen. Yeah, exactly. So like a third of it would go dark. But I've been using quad boxes all year.
I lost $2.
So exactly.
I lost $2. Oh no!
I would intentionally make it where I would put games that I didn't care about. So I was settling with just living with a dual box instead of quad box technology. Man. And I had been
it's a hard
surviving.
life there, Puma. Hard life.
I had been surviving because I was trying to make it to Black Friday. Because I didn't want to buy a new TV at the beginning of football season.
They're doing like Black Friday and Cyber Monday all week long.
Yeah, it's all meaningless now. It's all just consumerism run amok, which is at times good for the consumer, at times not so much.
It's like,
this
do I really
one,
need an air fryer? No.
Do I really need an 85-inch TV? Well, it's on sale for $1,200 off. The roommate she forced me. This is all true.
You got an 85-inch TV in that little house?
I did not. I did not.
I was like, holy crap.
She forced me to take a tape measure and measure all the dimensions. So the one we currently had was a 55. And she made me measure all the dimensions of what I thought would work and then what she thought would work.
Oh, buddy.
I didn't push for the 85, but my initial thought was, this 75-inch doesn't look that bad.
Yeah.
it's pretty cheap. It's over half off. We're getting a better deal if we buy this one than a smaller
4K,
one.
Q is the
QLED. Yeah, we went
yeah.
with TCL, the Google brand.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's a great
TLC. Oh,
really good for gaming, which I'm gonna talk to you here in a second.
a high refresh rate.
Exactly, great frame rate. So she luckily, for my sake, agreed. 65-inch, we're good. Let's not get too much crazier than that. So ended up getting a new TV. Best holiday sports viewing I've had in years. Ooh. It's one of those deals. I shouldn't be surprised, but like the TV we had was not old, but it was one of the first 4K televisions. That's how old it was. So like 7 years old, something like that. 7.
Yeah, you got some life out of it, man.
It worked pretty well, and it was a crappy ass Vizio. And it held up nicely.
It's like the LG that I got LG TV in here.
Yeah, it didn't buzz like this one did. It just finally lost the backlighting.
This one landed straight face down on the garage floor. I'm surprised it's still alive.
Again, as I said, it's got a buzzing like a bug trap on the back porch, like the blue light machine
I don't hear it.
LG swears by it. But best sports viewing is. You remember when you went from regular resolution to high def?
Yeah.
And it was just like, there's no way it can be that. Oh, yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Somehow.
I remember the Best Buy where you get the chair and you get the experience. You have like all the speakers around you, and you're like, you want to hear what surround sound really feels like.
Stadium sound.
And then you realize you're going to have to set up weird speakers in weird areas in your
drill
house.
holes in your roof. And no, it's not.
It's not the same.
And it's not worth it. It's really not. But, buddy, I'm telling you, I've noticed stuff on Grand Theft Auto. I've been playing Grand Theft Auto Grand Theft Auto 5 for, 13 years, however long it's been out. It's been on 3 different systems now.
Oh, man.
But I had only ever played it on 2 different TVs. So it was like the old TV with the PS3. It was potato quality. It was bad, but I knew it was bad. The last one, I thought, on PS4 and now even PS5 with the old TV, I thought there's just no way. This is as best as it can get. Buddy, that new TV blows it out of the way. It's not even. Do you remember when the Spurs played the Cup game against the Nuggets with the red floor?
Yeah.
That was the moment I realized I needed to adjust some of the picture settings because
it was bright.
It was bright Barbie pink, and it was so bright that when the roommate came and sat on the couch to watch the game, it was still during pregame. Jacob Toby and Danny Green were filling in. Or Danny Green was filling in for Sean. And as soon as she sat down on the couch, her first words were, "Why are they wearing so much lipstick?" Because the reflection, the pink reflection of the court made it look like they were just
juicy lipped,
caked on. Yeah. And so that was where I realized, all right, let's mess with some of the settings. But you talking about the frame rate in gaming, I bought this specifically because I told her it's the best quality. This is the right one to get.
Yeah.
This is the best. It's the best gaming TV.
240 megahertz.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah. Solid, dude. It's
they up those prices about 40% for that.
And look, last week I would have told you it's as much of a Ponzi scheme and a sham as insurance.
Yeah.
No. It's it's worth it.
So when I bought my TV, like moved from plasma to LED, was way back in probably like 15 years ago. I bought the 240, and that thing cost me about $4,000 or $5,000 at the time. So
see, that's crazy.
Yeah, that thing still works, man. It still works. Still looks better watching sports because of the frame rate. You don't get any drag. You don't get any like blurs, and it's still kicking.
Well, I mean,
thing's still kicking.
I've got an old like big screen with the full back, like from the
projector?
early 2000s. Yeah, but it came from a kid. I took it out of one of our rent houses after we had some residents move out overnight unexpectedly.
Oh.
And the whole house might have smelled like a certain home produced crystal idol.
Meth.
Yeah. So the TV reeked
It
of
was
meth.
cat pissy.
It was, as James McMurtry would say, I didn't mind the smell. Like it was, I had a giant big screen TV in my room. My mom, on the other hand, did not appreciate it. But LG, do you have that clip I sent you of the Bears head coach? So I was playing a lot of Grand Theft Auto to begin with, but I was jumping across all the different sports games that, playing a bunch of FIFA, a bunch of college football, and jumped back in. Now the Cowboys are winning.
Hey, I'm enjoying watching that.
I started up that Cowboys franchise. Let's rebuild the boys.
Hey, no Cowboys slurping just yet.
Oh no, there will be plenty of time. There will be plenty of time for that. Ben Johnson was asked last week if he grew up playing Madden or if he played Madden a lot.
Yeah.
And when I saw this clip the first time, I thought like, hell yeah, that's my guy. And then two, I realized like, oh damn, we're like the same age. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh no, he's not like
we got the same interests.
Right. It's like, no. He's just literally one of us. Yeah. So this was his answer.
One of us.
Exactly.
One of us. Let's hear him.
You play Madden growing up?
Madden?
Yeah.
Occasionally.
Were you a thrower or a runner? What was your team?
Shoot. I always like taking the bad teams and make the franchise mode and try to build them up from there, but more of a thrower, yeah.
Metaphor in there somewhere, right?
Yeah, there's got to be.
Dennis,
So do you want to pick on me for having a shared experience with a current NFL head coach?
It's not a bad team if you franchise mode it and put all the good players on it. You just have a
No.
good team
You have
now.
you've got to set a rule. You got to build the roster. Ask anyone that played franchise mode with me growing up. I was the commissioner and I vetoed trades. Like if you were ripping the computer off, no.
So you can do it. So I told you my last one was 05 with the hit stick.
Oh, you gotta pump those numbers up.
Yeah, no. I was. There was a point where I'm like, if I am getting mad at a game more than I am enjoying it, I'm not gonna play it anymore.
Well, that's
hence why I don't play Call of Duty COD anymore. Was getting a little too angry, yelling a little bit. My kid was like 8 years old here in the explicit that he doesn't even want to know.
Yeah, that's 8-year-olds now are saying
I would
worse.
I would go in and get creative.
I would suggest.
I was like, oh, you know what you need to do? You need to take that butter you got in the fridge.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Lead them down the path of. No, I would suggest potentially. Maybe a little therapy could have also helped keep your video game.
It was when they
career
started
alive.
When they started watching YouTube and they all did the same tricks and they all knew where the same little things.
That's
were.
the great equalizer.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I was like,
everyone knows the glitches.
So jump, dance, spin, wall drive, wall. Like,
and you're not even playing the game anymore. That's not fun.
I'm like, dude, you're not. I was like, there's no strategic. There's no human element to this anymore. It's just do this trick and you'll get this kill.
It's replicate what someone else has figured out over and over. And that's no fun. But I will say, Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson, so you think you could be head coach of the Bears?
No. But the Browns?
The Browns?
I think I could rebuild the Browns.
Not the Jets, though.
I like Aaron Glenn. I've already got my head coach.
I mean,
I got the draft picks.
Sanders ran off the field without shaking any hands, man.
The Browns are a mess. We'll get to a little bit of NFL talk. Before we jump into Spurs notes, should do a program announcement here because we're back on normal Tuesday, Thursday. Although this week, Cowboys play Thursday night. And we're going to have to figure out some kind of watch party or something because the Cap and I are officially on our own after tonight. We got to figure out Thursday watch party, watch along for the Cowboy game. And then we got to do Tuesday and Thursday next week.
Yeah.
Just me and you because LG is about to embark on his next globe-trotting.
He's like Voltron. He's the head, man. What can we do without the head?
Well, we can't be live, first of all, unless
we do the watch party on Twitch. And then I was like, can I cuss on that one?
Yeah, probably. I don't know the rules. That's why we need LG here. But we'll still do shows Tuesday and Thursday next week. We'll just audio only versions. We'll record them and put them out. But LG, tell the good people why you are abandoning us in our time of need.
Yeah, I cashed in some airline miles, and I'm headed to
You selfish.
the land of the rising sun.
Ah, California.
Yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Sunshine State.
Yeah, I love Aspen.
I love Aspen.
I hear it's beautiful this time of year.
So, are we going to any of the radioactive parts or just the touristy parts?
I haven't decided yet. I will be in Bullet Train area
badass.
of Hiroshima if I wanted to go there.
Hey, dude,
But
check it out.
I don't
man.
think I'm going to go there. I'm going to go to Osaka, Tokyo, Nara, and Himeji.
How many of those have you been to
If you
before?
if you weren't Asian, that'd be racist as hell.
Yeah, I'm not trying it.
I've been to Tokyo.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you're getting majority of new destinations.
He tried to get me to go to Tokyo, and I'm like, this does not
Dude.
fit anywhere into Tokyo.
You don't fit in Tokyo.
I don't.
I will pay for the travel.
Oh, I'm gonna have to live through it. That's gonna suck.
We need footage of you navigating Tokyo.
Going to the
daily
beach houses
life.
in California, I'm hitting my head on the door frame and having to walk through sideways.
Yeah, no, you'll be fine
Yeah,
in
no,
Tokyo. So you're literally you booked it. Last night, 2 nights ago,
Yep.
and fly out.
5 a.m.
Ooh, oh God. Oh wait, you told us we could do a full 3.5 hours tonight to catch up on everything.
Oh, it's all good. I won't sleep.
He's not
anyway.
sleeping.
That's the best way to do it. What is that? 14?
15 hours.
15 hours? Yeah.
Well, the flight is going to be about 13 hours of travel, but Tokyo's 15 hours in the future.
I'm gonna need that leg room.
Oh, so you can tell us who wins the Cowboy game Thursday night before it happens.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, because that's how it works.
That's
I'll
what
just
I've
pull
been
out
told.
my Gray's Sports Almanac and look it up for you.
I'll take it.
Shout out Marty McFly.
Look, buddy, I'm down 4. I'm down 4 overall in our picks. I need all the help I can get. How long? So Spurs obligations? What are we?
Spurs are on the road for after
That's
tonight. They're on the
right.
road for 14 days or
That's
something
crazy,
like
dude.
that.
Like-
the 17th is their next home game after tonight.
How are we on the road so long and then we still got to do the rodeo road trip?
I think.
This is longer than the rodeo.
Yeah,
road
that's what I was about
trip.
to
Yeah.
say.
This is insane.
Yeah.
Well, and they break the rodeo road trip up now by doing the Austin games,
Yeah, so there's 2 Austin games this year.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so they count as
It's-
home
yeah.
games.
whack.
exactly.
Well, LG, I'm envious of your global travels ahead, but
It shall be
not.
fun.
I'm not.
yeah, we need.
Even though I do want to see what a Japanese toilet's all about.
You can buy one. It's
all-
expensive.
Yeah, I'm
but-
not spending $3K on a Japanese toilet, even
It'd
though
change your life.
I would.
Wait,
I
okay.
would.
This is
Hey,
not
me,
on the
me,
run
me and LG
sheet.
have bidets, even though it took me about 5 minutes to figure out his bidet. It was not easy.
You didn't shut it off properly either. You literally turned off the water line to the toilet.
I know. I was like turning the water line on and off, and I'm like, what's going on here?
And you turn it back on, it's just a gusher shooting out like Old Faithful.
There's a different valve for the bidet.
So, okay. Why is a Japanese toilet life-changing, as you just said, LG?
LG, you want to take this one?
The first time I tried one, it was the dead of winter. It was like early February in Tokyo, and I was freezing my ass off.
Literally.
And I sat down, and I just immediately, when my ass cheeks touched the porcelain seat, which was heated,
Oh!
let me just say, if you've never taken a BM on a heated toilet seat, you're missing out on life.
I'm missing.
And that doesn't include all the other amenities it has as well.
There's
that's
like
the main
there's like
one.
a puffer.
like
There's
come
like
with-
incense. It sits there.
It'll play music.
Does it come with
Yeah.
TiVo?
It
Like
literally
when
will
watch
blow.
Seinfeld
It will
reruns?
blow dry your butthole.
There's different levels to it. Yeah.
You broke FCC.
I can't say butthole.
No, and you just said it again.
God,
That's not
talking
the
about the
proper.
toilet, man.
849. Cap says beehole.
Sphincter.
How much
medical
are they
term.
for real? Yeah, now you're
Well,
safe.
here they're going to be like $3,000 because they're all
Like
imported.
$3,000.
Yeah, or more.
Okay,
I looked into it.
it sounds. It does.
There's a whole
sound-
South Park episode about it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I kind of remember that now.
I was ahead of the curve. I looked into it like like pre-COVID.
Yeah, like you with your homie holiday. Like, no, we were ahead of that. We ain't doing no Friendsgiving.
Dude, when everybody was out looking for toilet paper, this man had a bidet, and one roll got me through about 2 months.
Look, I will.
All you gotta do is just pat it. You're good
don't-
to go.
Without getting too much further graphic, you don't realize how dirty you are until
dap
you
the
have
sphincter.
a bidet regular use.
How dirty?
Like,
I'm clean.
no, I know. But like if
These
you're
pipes
just
are clean.
no. If you're just using toilet paper,
Oh yeah, it's disgusting.
it's disgusting. That's what I'm saying.
I
like,
refuse to go BMs anywhere. Like
God,
I
you
did
are
I
so
did one here because I
bougie.
was like, I know LG's got me covered over here.
so how many days will you be exploring Japanese toilet culture?
10.
10. So
As long as the Spurs are on the road. No, I come back 3 days before the Spurs come back.
okay, so we just
Yeah.
got to get through next week.
Yeah.
And we'll
that's
be
it.
fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
We can handle it. We'll be fine.
I
Exactly.
want pictures of those toilets and see if you can buy it there. Price check me to see how much.
Do you
it
want me
would
to
be.
go on a toilet?
Yes.
Like,
Yes, go to a toilet shop.
photojournalism with
Hey.
some toilets?
Bring
A photo essay?
us back a half a dozen pictures of toilets and rank them.
Maybe like a 2x speed of your experience on one of the toilets of just the pictures. Like
There's been some bad toilets. Don't get me wrong.
this is
they're
what-
not,
some
they're
have
not
high
all
pressure.
the best.
Some have
over
high
there.
pressure. If
And,
you
and some of the villages have the old school squat toilets.
See, that's
oh yeah, it's like right in the hole.
dude. When we went to China, that was the first moment where I'm, my giant frame realizing like, oh, this is not gonna go well.
It's like
it-
that's where they invented squatty potty.
You got to have
Yeah.
the handrails. if it's a squat with the handrails, because you can prop yourself up.
My quads have never been sore. Never been more sore than that trip to Asia. Well, LG, I think we this is what's gonna happen. I can already predict it. We're gonna do this stupid bit. LG's gonna bring pictures of Japanese toilets back. And it's going to end up being our most watched episode because some
it.
Asian travel influencer is going to end up making fun of us for
Bro.
breaking down
Bro,
Japanese toilets.
if there is a Japanese toilet company that wants to sponsor, I will give you free advertisement for toilets.
Hey.
Free advertisement for a toilet. I'll make it up.
That's not free.
It's not free.
That's trade.
That's trade.
Trade.
That's
It's bartering. I will
and you are
barter.
disclosing it right now, so it's not payola.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about it only
Is there
being
rules to this?
1,000%. There's
Oh,
rules to
yes.
everything. I'm more worried about you only saying one
you.
toilet. Yeah,
There's three of us.
there's three.
I
of
got
us.
2 bathrooms.
Exactly. Yeah, and LG's got 2 bathrooms. Yeah, like, come on now.
Steve-O's got 3 bathrooms.
Yeah, let's look out. Let's look out for
Hey,
everybody.
all I need is one. I was like, I'll make it to that one in the back.
I'm telling you, it's not even a bid anymore. That is your one. That's
my mission.
That's your
All
one
right.
mission to give us some
We
footage.
need model numbers. We need prices. We need pictures.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
It's going to be a little
Videos.
rough on the translation, but I'll see what I can
Little
do.
facial features of you.
The first time I had a really high tech one, I couldn't figure out how to flush it.
That would be my worry. Yeah.
I could not because I couldn't read the button. There was like 20 buttons. I didn't
Like
know
an
which one was
autopilot
flushed.
mode where it's just like, okay,
I had
knows
to
when
go
your
to
BM
I had to
is
go to
done.
YouTube and find it. Like I did, and guess what? It was it's a motion sensor. You wave your hand along the side and then it flushes. You don't even have
That
to touch
is so clean. I don't know what to say, man. That's the cleanest BM experience. Just
Yeah, you just go. Wah, wah, wah.
Look, the cleanliness and efficiency of the whole operation that y'all are describing.
Yeah.
Dude.
I'm in.
The ones that are integrated into the bathroom door too.
What?
As soon as the door opens, the
It goes-
toilet seat that lifts up and a light turns on in the bowl. Not bad.
I will not get mad at AI if it knows my BMs.
Why is all of our research being driven to create a super grande chalupa at Taco Bell or the KFC double stack? Or
It's the big,
why are we
big
not,
toilet paper business, dude.
Okay, I was about to say we need to figure out who we need to go full Unabomber on because we need this level of toilet culture in
Big
America.
Charmin.
Damn it! Yeah,
Big Charmin's got us under lock over there. Like we need to wipe our butt 15 times.
Big paper is going to
With
keep us
lotion.
down.
the green stuff.
Well, LG, I know you have great faith in us to keep this program afloat while you are gone.
Yeah, you got this.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
And I'll remember to say sphincter hole from now on.
Yeah, we'll don't make promises.
Borderline.
Don't make promises your sphincter hole can't
keep.
Yeah, and still, yes, borderline. How about some Spurs notes before we get too much further behind?
Yeah, Margaret.
8:55. Let's do some Spurs notes.
Damn it, Gina.
We've kind of buried the lead, or kind of got to the lead already with the Spurs. They are officially in the knockout stages, in the knockout round. Quarterfinal matchup against the Spurs, or against the Lakers in LA next Wednesday night. I know I've been doing a bit about the NBA Cup, but
Still want to win it.
I want to win it. One, I want to win it. Two, when you have a roster of young guys that aren't on massive contracts where the actual financial gain, the financial prize of winning the NBA Cup, actually it means more proportionally to a team that has a bunch of low number salary guys than someone like the Lakers with LeBron and
Wemby's
Luka.
making $11 million a year.
Well, that's going to change soon.
Oh, I know.
That's
It's
still
gonna
his
change,
rookie
but
deal.
that's still.
But the other, what Champagne's like $3 million a year, something like that. I think Vassell and Keldon are
But Sell's
second,
the only one who
third
got kind
highest.
of like the sort of max
step
contract.
below. Yeah, De'Aaron Fox, highest paid. But for the most part, I mean, it's a roster of guys that are either mid-level or under. So they're, the financial side of it, definitely,
The fact that we're doing it without Area 51.
it's pretty insane. So the Spurs, since our last show, the Spurs are 3-2, but most importantly, 2 of the 3 wins were NBA Cup games. The win over the Blazers, and then that win on the Barbie court in Denver over the Nuggets, where the comeback was on there in the fourth quarter.
Is it me or is Joker looking a little Luka-ish? Like last year, Luka-ish.
I think it's just a matter of Joker realizing, one, the Nuggets no one's going to catch the Thunder in the standings. And if you're not,
Still one loss, huh?
they're on like, what, a 76 win pace?
Yeah.
I mean, something stupid like that. I think the Nuggets are at the point of their arc with this current group led by Jokic that if they're just in the top 6, it doesn't really matter who, first round matchups don't matter. You're going to put your faith in Jokic to turn it on in the playoff. I think there's definitely been and also a lot of roster turnover this year. Michael Porter Jr. out, who was a big part of the championship team. What's his name? Cam Johnson in. So new pieces, some new moving parts, some role player guys that are now getting way more minutes, like Christian Braun, being depended on a lot more. I think if you're asking me outside of Oklahoma City, or I guess, San Antonio, what team do I think has the best chance to win the West and actually beat the Thunder? I think I would still go Denver because of Jokic.
Because of Jokic.
I think in a playoff series.
But they showed last year how to beat Denver.
Yeah.
So I don't have Denver beating. I was like, they need young. Basically, the formula to beat the Thunder is young, high pressure defense, fast paced offense,
Which is a lot of what the Spurs are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like
And not what Houston is, really.
exactly because now it's going through Kevin Durant.
And Şengün, who's slowing
down low.
everything down. Yeah. I think the bigger takeaway is, look, dude, if the Thunder don't repeat, that'll be a miracle.
That'll be a shock.
That'll be a shock, which is crazy to think that they're already ascended. Like you mentioned they've only lost one game. They didn't have their all NBA player, Jalen Williams, J-Dub, that whole time. He just came back last week or earlier this week.
Oh god.
So like they've been doing all of that with a depleted roster.
Kills me.
And not just depleted, but without their second best guy.
Yeah.
If maybe third, if you want to say
Could almost
Chet's
won the
better,
MVP finals, but
arguably,
Yeah.
had some
they gave
level
it to
of.
SGA. But
And then the 2 losses, mentioning the wins, the NBA Cup wins, which are, I'd rather win those games and get into the knockout round. But there is some level of it's not concern, but the fact that the two losses with since we've done the show again with
Phoenix.
Wemby and Castle out, Phoenix
again.
and Minnesota
Yeah.
Sunday night.
Minnesota.
Two teams that you're potentially going to see in a playoff
But
series.
see, I see Minnesota, like if we had Stephon Castle guarding Ant, that would have been different.
Of course.
You know, so I'd put that there. And then the length of Wemby, they just, it was a close game, but like they just down low offensive rebounds. I think they beat us on offensive rebounds big time. And then, you know, of course, second chance points coming off those. So if we had our team, I think I'm not too worried about Minnesota, but what is Phoenix doing? They have a recipe right now. They've beaten us twice.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And
I
if-
won't
and
say
if-
shocking, but
And if they sneak in to like a play-in round and we play them first, I'm not happy until we pull out a win regular season on them and we dominate them. Because
the
there's
Suns.
something there.
there's-
Devin Booker's got to I think Devin Booker was thinking he was coming to San Antonio, then he's got a little chip on his shoulder.
That Suns team is so weird because obviously trading away KD, you would expect
Rebuilding.
rebuilding, but now they're looking kind of like they're in that no man's land of
Fringe
somewhere.
bubble.
Exactly. So, and you've got Devin Booker, so you're not gonna ever
Yeah.
fully blow it up unless he gets catastrophically injured out for the rest of the year or something.
Yeah, but you never count on that.
No, God,
Yeah.
no, of course not. You mentioned it in that game against Minnesota. It wasn't all bad in a loss because watching Dylan Harper back on the court going right at Gobert and
Oh, yeah.
scoring at the rim, scoring in the paint against the former defensive player of the year.
Two-time defensive player of the year.
Yeah, that was pretty nice to
Yeah.
see. That was really nice to
Dylan
see.
Harper knows how to finish, man. He's one of those things where it's like it could be scary good. Like we just need, if we can get that 6-man off the bench that is like that Ginobili-esque, that will carry the second team to where we don't have a lull when we have to sit Wemby or sit Stephon Castle, sit De'Aaron Fox. It's like, let's bring in our B team, but our B team is still going to dominate, can play with your A team and dominate your B team.
Yeah, the Dylan Harper being able to contribute. I mean, obviously, when you take a guy second overall in the draft, you're expecting pretty quick contributions. But it's not as much, to me, just watching him play, it's not as much the raw numbers he's putting up. It's the comfort. It's the feel for the game at that young of an age. It's
It doesn't seem rushed.
no, it's the smooth.
Like when he's driving to the hole,
Patience.
it's not like a herky-jerky motion or something like that. He's sitting there just underneath the rim, layup. Okay, I'm running back.
Yeah, he's got a nice game already, and thinking about how this whole group develops together. Having the Castle injury, I think we said it when it first was announced that he was going to be out for multiple weeks. If there is a silver lining, it's the fact that Dylan Harper is now getting more minutes in the rotation this early in the season to potentially make some gains.
And we're starting to see
in
Bryant come
development.
in a little bit.
Yeah, had some Carter Bryant moments. You mentioned Vassell had some hot shooting over the
especially
course.
behind the arc. Like he had 7 threes?
And that's what I know. The voice of God will chime in and remind us that Harrison Barnes is on the roster and he can shoot
he's
threes.
He's playing out of this world. First off, Harrison
He's playing
Barnes
great.
didn't play like this last year.
No, not even close. No,
Yeah.
not as close
Yeah,
efficiency wise.
he seems faster on defense. He's going to the ground trying to get those loose balls, those 50-50 balls. He's creating turnovers, and he's knocking down threes.
It kind of feels like, the confidence of the entire group
Yeah.
feeling like, we have one of the 5 best basketball players on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
We have an emerging sophomore superstar, and we have the number 2 pick in the most recent draft. Like the pieces are here now.
Yeah.
And it's about those 3 at the top with De'Aaron Fox, your max contract guy. But now like we were talking about when the voice of God reminded us about Harrison Barnes. Now it's about everybody else. It's about the role players. It's about Keldon busting his ass on both ends of the court. It's about Harrison Barnes knocking down threes at the highest
Keldon's
rate of
having
his
his
career.
best season since in 2 or 3 years right now.
Yeah.
Just the aggressiveness, the offensive rebounding for being one of the tiniest people on the court. I know it's not as much as he had.
He's a 6'5" power forward.
Yeah, it's insane. And the fact that he can finish at the hole and knock down the three. So his all around game, if he keeps his confidence going like this, it's good. It's scary.
Yeah,
You know?
Spurs 13-6 now overall. Looking forward to the game.
Tight game tonight, man.
Yeah, what is it? I was just at 90. Spurs up by 1 with 9.5 minutes left here in the fourth. Got to get the win over the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies
always had our number, man.
Yeah,
Like
it's
they had I think a 8-game winning streak against us or something.
well, and obviously the 8 versus 1 upset the Grizzlies had over the Spurs. It's one of those weird like franchise upper hands for no apparent reason at all.
It was like the Clippers back in the day.
Yeah, that's another good one.
Man, I hated but I think that's when one of those things when they just did not want the Spurs to go again. There's a reason why we only won every other year, and then all of a sudden it was the Lakers or the new shining star.
Wait, are you suggesting again that the NBA might have a rigged element to it?
Oh no,
No
the
way.
refs, not the refs and the players that have already got busted.
Everything's completely above board. There's nothing to worry about here. I should mention I
Don't
was
forget
worried.
the Spurs beat the Grizzlies already this year.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did have the win earlier. I was worried about,
but it was a tight game. God,
Yeah, it's always yes. Thank you.
111, 101, not so tight.
Pulled away late. Let's check the final 3 minutes of that game. I think I remember it being Zach Edey coming off a 32-point, 17 rebound, 5 block performance. I remember watching him his first couple years at Purdue and thinking this is going to be a pretty unstoppable force at the college level, but I don't see how this translates to the NBA. He has completely changed his body style.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, we saw him earlier before the show pulling Sohan down to the ground, wrestling with him.
cheap move, but
It's an intriguing player to me.
Yeah.
A guy, I mean, just at that size. I mean, it's Yao Ming with more athleticism, but less overall basketball skill.
Yeah.
And you can do something with that.
not so clunky.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
got
More
flow.
fluid. Yeah, more fluid athlete. All that being said, he's got 15 and 10 tonight. So better showing from the Spurs big men.
It's funny how those big men get those rebounds when Wemby's not on the court.
Well, and also should mention that 32 and 17 and 5 game Edey's coming off of. That was to the Kings, who I swear they better be checking the beam every day to make sure it still works, because they have not gotten to light their own beam. I think we probably had done a show more recently than they've lit their beam at home there in
I was
Sacramento.
Like, wonder if we get any traction over in Sacramento. They're like, why are they lighting the beam in San Antonio?
So it's funny.
That's only at the strip clubs.
We were playing around last night as we were talking about some of the potential new addition stuff we're going to be doing in the new year, and where the roommate was pulling up, we were just doing some like test SEO, like Google search test, and see what was, because we were testing out some names, for social channels and whatnot. And as she, I can't remember what it was she searched, but the AI search response was, the Sports Cave is a bi-weekly sports show done in San Antonio, but they use the Sacramento Kings phrase of light the beam at the top of, and I was like, yes, AI is seeing how unstable this bit is. Spectacular.
This is the face of disappointment.
It's
right
going
now.
just
you
as
used
I
AI
expected.
for our show. Stop using.
You need to embrace.
Nope.
There are absolute
Nope.
ways you can better your life daily through the use of AI.
I will fight. I will resist. I am the resistance.
It will never be used to make any content. unless you want to hologram me, and then you could just have hologram AI me sitting in the room with
Can we
you.
have Grok with LG's voice
Eh,
correcting
actually,
me?
it's,
Don't use a video of a video.
I don't think that would be Grok's accent there, buddy. I think it might be a little more Bavarian sounding by nature.
Schnick,
Bingo. But yeah, no, there are ways where you'll benefit from it. Don't worry about it. You'll benefit. Do you have any other Spurs thoughts before we moved on?
Just hoping that we get at least Stefan Castle back for Wednesday.
Okay, I did have that down.
So Wednesday's the play-in game, and we play the Lakers
In
at
LA.
In LA, which
Because they had a better point differential, I think it was. They had
I
the
thought that was because they
tiebreaker.
beat us. That was our one loss.
Oh, was that the heads up tiebreaker? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know. You might be right on the point. I thought it was just a heads-up thing, but
Do you know what's going on? Speaking of the pink courts and the crazy courts for the NBA Cup, so the Lakers only used their custom court one time. It's a competitive advantage, if you ask me. But
yeah,
it was because both teams complained about how slippery and dangerous their court was. And so they played one game on it, and then the rest of their NBA Cup games, they used a normal court. So I think potentially we don't have to see...
don't piss off the Saudis.
Yeah,
bro.
we don't have to see a crazy Lakers themed, bright gold court or whatever they were using before.
You think Lakers would have like the coolest looking court?
You would think.
You would think,
But,
having all that swag out there, and
It's hard. I mean,
the Cali swag.
when you're a team that still uses the name of Land of 1,000 Lakes, because you used to be the Minnesota
I was
Lakers. Like also, the Lakers,
Los
not as
Angeles
cool.
Showtime.
Not as cool if you really think
Yeah.
about it too far. But yeah, we'll be keeping our eye. Late tip next Wednesday night in the quarterfinals of the prestigious Emirates NBA
Do we know?
Cup.
Do we know who in the Western? Do we know the matchups?
Yeah, what is the other side of the bracket? I have been more focused on who were the other two. I think they're pretty good, like normal good West. Yeah, it's the Thunder and the Suns. So either way, you're going up against the Thunder or you're going up against the team that's already gotten your number a couple times this year.
And over on the Eastern Conference, Heat versus Orlando and Knicks versus Raptors.
Oh, the battle for Florida.
That's interesting.
The Raptors
So
are
I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean the Raptors are surprising this year.
deceptively good.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind seeing the Magic and the Knicks because I can see that being Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, which again, like I know I'm doing a bit with the countdown and talking about how
I'm not.
historic the.
I want that Emertis Cup.
Well, I want to win it. If you're playing in something, you want it, whether it's a preseason friendly tournament, you want to win it.
Yeah.
You can't watch these games and tell me like the game against Denver.
Oh, dude, they won it.
It is so much better than watching what 3 years ago was a normal regular season game in the middle of November.
Yeah, like
it
where
is
it's like
so
a 30
much
point
better.
blowout.
Yeah.
Where it's like, all right, we're gonna put our subs in with 6 minutes left. Nah, we were down by 10 at one point in the fourth quarter. We fought back.
You won't hear me say it's playoff style basketball, but I will say it's closer to playoff basketball than it is early season regular
I think
season game.
because it's not a series. I think they're playing as hard as they are in the playoffs. I mean, the one game against Houston, the first one with Houston and the Spurs,
Yeah, that was chippy.
they got chippy.
And that's
dude.
also
Like,
rival too, which makes it even better.
yeah. So, and we won that one. So
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see, hopefully, as you teased, at least Castle is back in time for the game against the Lakers. It'd be great if we could get all of Area 51 back in uniform for that.
you know
matchup.
they're not going to rush Wemby for it.
No, and that again, they shouldn't.
Yeah.
It's not that important. It's
Because they did run him out. He actually got injured the game before, and they ran him out there for the game after. What was it? I think it was against the Warriors. The second game versus the Warriors
Yeah.
is when he got injured.
yeah,
but
that's when
he
Pods fell on his leg.
Yeah, but he suited up and played a little bit
Zumpski.
in the next game. So I think they got a little bit freaked out about that.
And again, it's still at its core is early in the regular season.
Yeah.
So,
As much as we want that cup, we want that trophy.
yeah, and Wemby will be here for a decade plus to make another run at the
We're here for banners, baby.
Okay, Andy asked me today on the radio show, do they do any kind of river parade or any celebration whatsoever if the Spurs win the NBA Cup final?
No. We're in it for banners, baby.
Do we go honking?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay. If anyone wants to join me honking,
oh, you're going to go honking.
bet your ass it's time to celebrate something around here.
All right, we're going.
Let's do some Cal notes as we move along here.
Yes, sir, mark it.
9:15. Let's get into it. How in the hell are we sitting here talking about a 3-game win streak?
Oh, buddy.
The Raiders game, I get.
Love it.
The Raiders game, I get.
Yeah.
Eagles game, I kind of get because the Eagles haven't looked good.
Yeah.
They have a history of scuffling about this point in the season.
I thought you were going to split with the Eagles anyway. Like,
Right, exactly. Like after watching the first matchup and watching how the Eagles have played since week 1, their record has been good.
Is not doing like I don't
shell,
know
a
what
shell.
happened. Like, did they get rid of offensive linemen or they just get a new? They got a new.
They got new offensive coordinator, which is huge. Ask Dan Campbell.
Speaking of offensive coordinator, he got egged after that loss against Cowboy.
It's part of having a job in Philly.
It's being investigated, and the cops are sitting there like, "We the ones who did it."
Yeah,
baby.
exactly. Yeah, we'll get right. It's like at the
We
end.
get right on it. Why don't you worry about coaching the damn game?
It's the end of Indiana Jones, where it's like we got our best people on it. Don't worry, it's just getting put on a shelf. No, I mean this is the same city where you had the guy a couple of years ago talking about catching babies out of a burning apartment building. He's like, "Yeah, we're catching babies by the dozen. Good thing we're not Aguilar dropping balls." You know, like this is
I remember
Philly's
that.
spectacular. In another life,
Yeah.
I would love to be a Philly fan, but I agree. I think the split with Philly, you could have talked me into it.
What's
The Thanksgiving game,
What's the reference there, Wes? Los Prino?
the Kansas City game is I don't know what to I don't know what to do with that because
Someone wasn't getting their calls.
and someone was getting a lot of them.
Yeah.
On the other side of that,
Hey, you saw the little IG thing, and we're putting the AI to good use, showing that Dak Prescott paid off the refs, and we will now be supporting the Cowboys. Andy Reid and the Chiefs need to be paying up more for us.
look, that Chiefs team, despite their record,
Yeah,
that's still a top 10 offense statistically. And the Cowboys defense, we know how bad they were for the first half of the season. Over the last 3 games, they're the third best run defense in the entire NFL. They're top 10 in most defensive categories. Now, granted, they're somewhere between like 8 and 10 in most of them.
your Achilles heel,
But-
like with Overshown back, you got the speed, so the sweeps aren't working. You can actually cover some crossing routes.
Wes was giving you Glenrose restaurants. That's what that was. Good old Los Primos and Loco Coyote.
Mamma mia!
Yeah.
I was like, "What is this reference?"
No,
Los
you're getting
Prinos.
distracted.
Yeah,
And now your distraction got me distracted.
Now
No,
I'm hungry.
Achilles heel.
No, yeah. So the Achilles heel for y'all is secondary because
Can I interest you in Trayvon Diggs,
no,
who is apparently going to play Thursday night, or is at least on track to
so
play?
y'all want to lose.
Okay, and I have the note I have right here. Stop with the do they even want him back nonsense. Trayvon Diggs is still the third best secondary guy you have on the roster, maybe second best behind Bland. I would say Bland and Hooker I have more faith in right now. But Siobhan Ravel's looked great. He started his first game Thanksgiving. But
Do you think Diggs could play a nickel? Do you think he can he seems like such an outside cornerback.
so that's the ideal. So Shotty was asked, would you consider using him at safety as a ball hawking safety. And Shotty said, no, not mid-season. Wouldn't ask him to try to do that.
I don't see him being a run block, like a run stopper.
Well, it would be like, again, it would
Situational.
be purely zone safety over the top, where you wouldn't be putting him out there on running downs at all. I completely agree. That's not happening. But having him back to play the outside, more importantly, means you can play Deron Bland at his more comfortable, natural slot inside nickel. We've saw Bland get exposed on the outside as he's been asked to play that more with the Diggs injury, with the other injuries they had in the secondary. To me, there's got to be some understanding, obviously, on Diggs' part, that kind of like Terrence Steele, who there was a lot of chatter that people were already, getting the papers ready to cut him at the end of the year. Yeah. And he hasn't been great, but he's been a lot better since over the last
It's got
few
like
weeks.
ego check yourself and then just get back and just work.
Bingo. That's exact. Ego check is the phrase I'm looking for. There's some level where now Diggs was throwing a pity party for himself when his buddy Micah got traded. He was obviously not a believer in the defensive scheme, which if I'm him, I probably would have looked around and said, this guy was working at Chicken Express last week, and this guy was nobody wanted, and
Mr.
we got
serendipity over here.
We got him on a 1-year veteran deal to be our starting middle linebacker. Like, this defense is ass. Why would I'm not like full Roger Dorn major league. Like, I'm not jumping in front of a ground ball. I'm not
in
risking
my contract. It says that I don't have to do anything. I feel unworthy.
And I'm sorry, was Diggs not the guy who also said, in my contract, it says, like, if I train on my own but maintain certain levels, and they were just like, no, we're fining you for not training with team.
Train with the team.
Exactly. So if the ego check is actually there, as I said, Diggs is your third best player in the secondary, and it is the Achilles heel now with the reinforcements they have in the front seven. If Diggs can come back and give them anything, a la Terrence Steele, what he's given them at right tackle, he's not going to make. It's probably his last
that
year.
Idea of a ball hawk safety where he's out there just playing center field.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. On passing downs in Eberflus's heavy zone scheme.
Do you see him thinking that he gets baited on a double move and then over the top? Because that's always been Diggs' Achilles heel.
For sure. But I think the trade-off of his risk-reward style versus having someone who's just physically less capable, physically less talented than him in the line. Like, I love what I'm seeing from Siobhan Revelle. I love what I'm seeing from Kalen Carson, although now he's banged up and fighting injury. The guys that are on this roster that are on rookie deals playing cornerback for the Cowboys are the guy like Revelle and Carson are going to be your two that are getting paired with Bland starting next year. Yeah. This is Diggs' last year.
Your defense is definitely like, I hate to say it, I don't want to bring up tragedy, but after the tragedy that happened with y'all, like y'all's defense has ramped it up after the bye week. You might have you obviously got healthy on certain positions.
The tragedy and the seemingly the camaraderie built on that side of the ball through tragedy. I think you're absolutely onto something. But I think it's also kind of the obvious answer in the room. They have 6 new starters on defense that weren't there 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You have Quinn
same
Williams.
Thing with the Ravens. They were banged up for so long, giving
and
up
now all
points.
of a sudden 5-game win streak or whatever it is.
Yeah. And you got Lamar. Lamar's playing ass,
right. I think there is 2 weeks ago, obviously after the Raiders game, and you see the signs that this defense could be different moving forward. To me, the mindset, and you're going to love this is typical Cowboy, the mindset was, okay,
I love this.
The rest of the season, we've now got an identity to build around, that we've got a path to building a contender for next year. Everything with next year being the phrasing in my head. Everything being geared toward next year, toward developing the young guys. Yeah, like, Diggs, we don't need you. Don't come back. Just stay on injured reserve the rest of the year. Let's see the young guys play. And then the Eagles game.
Yeah.
You beat a division. You beat the team you're chasing in the division. I'm telling myself, okay, well, they don't own any of the tiebreakers in the wild card. The only way they're going to make the playoffs is if they somehow catch the Eagles, win the division.
You know what's is chapping your ass right now?
That Carolina Panthers loss?
No, the tie. The
Yeah.
tie is going to be hard because I can see the Eagles have the Chargers. That's going to be a game. The Raiders win. Commanders, they play twice. Jaden Daniels going to be back for one of them. McLaurin's going to be there. I can see a split and then the Bills a loss.
And we've seen, the Commies almost beat who was it, Broncos? Or was it No, it was Broncos. That was the game where they, Sunday night almost came back and won that game. The Commanders aren't playing bad football. They're just a bad football team without Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, they have injuries abroad.
But you could convince me that they split with the Eagles,
Yeah.
the way the Eagles have looked.
Then you got the Cowboys, the Lions this week, which, y'all riding. I thought it was a coin flip because you did just beat the Eagles and the Chiefs.
Vegas agrees with you. It opened as a 3.5-point line in Detroit. It's been bet down to an even 3, which is going to be brutal to pick.
That's the Vikings. All right.
Yeah, Cowboys have Eagles, then Vikings, then Chargers.
Lions -3.5. So, yeah. And then y'all are favored 7.5 against the Vikings for obvious reasons.
Sure. No quarterback.
Then you got the Chargers at home, and then the Commanders and those damn Giants
to close the year.
Yeah. So I could see y'all winning out, but y'all just were in such a hole, and that tiebreaker is going to kill y'all.
See, the tiebreaker is going.
The tie.
I still think the path for the Cowboys into a playoff game is to win the division because of all the tiebreakers and relying on, the Panthers beating the Rams. I like watching that. It's just like, come on. I hate this.
The
league.
Panthers, I told you.
Yeah.
The Panthers defense is serious.
I picked them. The one game they've lost over the last 4 is the one time I picked them, and it didn't work for me. It was against your Niners.
Who was it again?
Yeah, against your Niners,
Hey!
who were holding on to the final
I
playoff
want to
spot
slurp that one up.
right now. I think thinking now after that Eagles game, thinking, okay, they can, if the Eagles fall on their face like they've done every other year for the last 5 years, it's either Super Bowl or it's implode at the end of the season and lose in the first round. I thought maybe the Cowboys could get back into the divisional race.
Yeah.
But you beat the Chiefs on Thanksgiving Day in a game where the Chiefs know it was just as much, and Tony Romo reminded of us the whole damn game. Oh, this is a playoff game, Jim. Both these teams.
This is a 50% chance to win the playoffs. It's going to be down to 30%.
There's a 50% chance both these teams need it, and there's a 100% chance one of them gets it, Jim. He's so bad now. He's so bad. But watching the Cowboys beat a Pat Mahomes-led Chiefs team that needed that game just as much as the Cowboys did, that's the one where finally, I'm not, again, this is not the march to the playoffs, but you just rattled through it. How many of the games are they favored against the Chargers?
Yeah.
If it's a home game, it's in Dallas.
Yeah, they're going to
Will they be favored? Especially if they roll off wins over
Depends
Detroit
on how the
and
Chargers
Minnesota.
react. I mean, we don't know which Charger team are going to get it at any given week. But now they still have their 3 main receivers healthy: Quinn Johnson, Keenan Allen, and Ladd McConkey. They actually showed up. Quinn Johnson came back and showed up last week. So did Ladd McConkey. They're getting their rookie running back. The Goldson guy, they're the rookie fifth round pick. Fifth round pick. He's shown out to be a top 10 tight end in the league.
Oh, there's a scenario where the Chargers beat both the Eagles and the Cowboys over this stretch, and there's also a scenario where they drop both games. Like I have no idea what to expect. But all that being said, there is at least some level of path now for the Cowboys. Before the Raiders game, it was a
the hope, the roller coaster.
a 3% chance to make the playoffs.
It's click, 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 click.
After
click,
the
click,
Eagles game, there was a 9% chance to make the playoffs. Now, after this Chiefs game, Cowboys have a 1 in 5 chance to make the playoffs.
25%,
It's about
yeah.
20%. Yeah.
If you guys did not have that tie and you actually won that game, and I wish I could don't remember it fully, but I think there was some decisions where y'all were playing for the tie.
Very much so, because at the time,
You're like, I don't want to pressure it. I don't want to go for it for fourth down on the 40 in their territory. Let's just kick the ball knowing there's 2 minutes left. And
also you had no faith in your defense whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean, that tie was a 40-40 game. Coming off the heels of the week before, it was a 40-37 overtime victory where you had to rely on Brandon Aubrey.
Your boy Lamb, like 2 games ago against the Eagles, just dropping balls like it's nothing.
Like Aguilar.
God, man.
Yeah.
Save the baby.
Nice bounce back.
Yeah, he did
nice
have
bounce back on Thanksgiving. But there is at least, for the Cowboys fan that wants to not be as nihilistic as I am.
I'm starting to see the bars getting a little bit more filled during Cowboys games. Y'all aren't hiding.
So,
But you got to be there when you lose to celebrate when you win. This is what pisses me off.
the Lions
You
game.
will always see me there. I don't care.
Oh, no, yeah. I mean, you're going to take it one way.
Yeah.
There's
I've
some,
had to take it during the Super Bowl.
there's some
3
level
times.
of you that you never want your team to lose.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like you might enjoy it every once in a while, where you do get some of those.
Oh, it hurts.
You get some of that hostility going towards somebody who wants to give you hell over
What
a
was it?
Niners
The
regular
Ravens-
season loss.
The Ravens almost beat up the owner of this bar. Like, we're good friends now. He actually gave us the Costa Rica hat.
Oh,
the monkey
very nice.
waffle
Yes,
or
yes,
whatever.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that he almost got his ass whooped by getting in my face.
Well,
And-
speaking of your Niners, they are the last team out of the playoffs right now as we sit
amazing.
at 9-4. The last team in the playoffs. The Lions are the first team out of the playoffs at 7-5, and then, as you said, the tie is the funky.
The Green
Cowboys are second out of the playoffs behind the Lions at 6-5-1. And the worst part about all of this, LG, fire this thing up. The worst part about all of the Cowboys' hope returning to varying levels among the fan base.
You're gonna bring up the guy you're not supposed to be bringing up.
That's correct. And he gets to take all of the credit for George Pickens having the second most receiving yards in the NFL. Well, I traded him. I traded for George
I knew
Pickens.
he was gonna be good.
I knew exactly what he'd give us for trading for
I'm
Quinnen
playing
Williams.
chess, not checkers.
And the combination of Quinnen Williams, Kenny Clark, and Osa being a 5-man front that now is having Eagles players being like, yeah, we didn't know what to do with that. We didn't expect them to have that kind of ability against us or to run that kind of front against us. The biggest problem in all of this is that as things start to turn back for the good, this is the kind of crap you have to put up with in the post-game scrum after the Chiefs win or after the win over the Chiefs on Thanksgiving.
He's eating the turkey legs.
Look at him holding it like it's the Super Bowl trophy.
You guys having a lot of fun, of course. Really, I do want to say it, John Massey. It was a lot of great times. What a great win on Thanksgiving Day. So, what a Thanksgiving we have about this bunch. I don't think I've ever been in a more Christian locker room than the game.
That's what we have to deal with. Is Jerry?
That's a perfect time to say, how about them Cowboys? But you know who said it first?
Jerry walking out of the locker room after a big Thanksgiving victory with a turkey leg in hand, a giant Cheshire cat grin on his face, talking about holding it like it's a Super Bowl trophy. It's actually not that bad. This turkey's pretty good, but
see what I got here? I got
all,
the turkey
all jokes
leg.
aside, I've never seen a more appreciative locker room than the one in there right
I
now.
got the turkey leg. Huh?
That's the worst part about all of it. And
You know they had that turkey leg just ready. You're like, all right, Jerry, here's your turkey leg. Walk in there with it.
oh, of course, it's all performative.
It's all performance.
It's all performative. But all that being said, just win, baby. Keep,
great
keep the hope alive for another week. Let's get into the main seggy here.
You don't want to go Niners minute?
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me to mark it.
Mark it.
9:35.
There it is.
No, we will. We'll start with the Niners.
I know you all love this. Get
What-
ready to throw
what
your
is-
phones against the wall.
What is there to talk about in a 26-8 victory over the Cleveland Browns? What is there to talk about?
The Cleveland Browns that the week before the madman himself, Myles Garrett, rattled off 4 sacks.
Yep.
Looked like a defense that was could not be beaten. Who has a
Oh,
number?
slow down. I mean, it's a
They
good
have,
defense.
they have the number 1 defense in
It's
points
great.
scored
Yeah,
against.
it's great.
It went up a little bit because of the Niners.
But it's not like they're a Tampa Bay Buccaneer Super Bowl winning
Mr.
defense.
Myles Garrett is
where
going to be the sack leader by the end of this season.
Brian Johnson just has to take a snap and kneel, and they'll win the game.
So, speaking of getting healthy, we are getting healthy. And even though we have all the Brandon Ayuk drama,
Yeah, explain. I wanted to ask you about that. I had that
Brandon
on the,
Ayuk just quit on us.
It kind of feels that way, right?
In the beginning, he was showing up, working on the sideline, and now the last month, he hasn't been going to team meetings. He's not going looking at film.
So that's why they
Yeah.
voided the.
They voided his contract at the beginning of the year.
Oh,
This is the
it
stuff they
just
didn't tell you. Yeah.
It just leaked out.
It just leaked
last
out
week,
now that
2
because he
weeks
wasn't
ago.
going to during the practice. That's why I think he was trying to make a comeback, and Shanahan still the positive spin. We still would love him back. Yes, we would still love him back because we got Juwan Jennings. Just
It's a bit of a Trayvon Diggs situation.
yeah, it is, and he could have been. You know what the crazy part is? He would have got more money. I think he would have got $35 million a year, and he would have been in the 11-2 New England Patriots. But he rejected that contract. That's he could have been with the 11-2, the best record in the league, New England Patriots. But he decided to stick with the Niners and then give up on us after a horrific knee injury. All three ligaments broken.
How old is
Torn.
he now? I mean, he's not young.
He's 27, I believe.
Is that it?
Yeah, because he was 4 years in, got on 22.
Oh yeah, he doesn't turn 28 until the offseason.
Yeah,
so he's
so
still a young 27.
We cut him after July 1st, or it was June 1st or July 1st. We cut him. We already got $20 million of $25 million in guaranteed money back. We're going to save $22 million on cap each year. With Pearsall, now we can give us a little bit of that money to Juwan Jennings. Seems like the Draymond Green of the league right now.
Yeah.
Getting punched in the nuts.
a lot of scuffles.
Yeah, and then you got Cleveland Browns. He says stuff that just, you don't say to other men. It's like when you call another man a bitch. I'm like, this isn't jail, bro. I'm like, don't act like that's the most. You can't say that. We're fighting on sight. I'm like, calm down, bitch.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I was like, this isn't 60 days in. Get out of here. But I guess he's saying a little something more personal because you had 3 different people.
Yeah, it wasn't just one Browns player suggesting.
He's always, dude. He got voted the most hated player in the league last year.
That's pretty hard to do when you're a spare like that. No,
He's at the third and one.
yeah, he's solid. He's solid for the role.
Yeah,
he's very.
I mean, he's not the fastest. Obviously, you see him dropping the ball, not the best route, but he's physical. He will get his nose in there, and he does take cheap shots. But if the refs aren't looking, is it cheap? Is it cheap to get in someone's head?
I mean, if it works,
If
what's
it works.
what's the trade off?
That's always been the Niners mentality. We want to out physical you. Once you leave a Niners game, you're gonna feel it.
Who else? So looking at the Ayuk situation, it's John Lynch earlier today seemingly
He's
pretty
done,
much
though.
just came out and said, yeah, it's not realistic for him to play this year.
Yeah,
So Ayuk's done.
He's done, and I mean, we passed
What's
the trade
the
deadline.
obviously Bosa and Warner aren't coming back.
Warner has a shot.
If you get a deep playoff run, but
Yeah.
think it like you're holding on to the last playoff spot right now.
But
Like
we're also-
Warner's not helping in the regular season.
Who's the one who's actually injured right now, and we're still winning with our third string middle linebacker, our second stringer. He is becoming a Bethune. He's becoming a breakout. He was leading the league in tackles in like 4 games that he played, like before he got hurt. He was leading the league in tackles. Our defense has become the Niners D again. You know, I know we have been playing scrubs, the Cleveland, but Shedeur Sanders did have a good game. They were coming off a good victory.
Oh, you never apologize for wins in this league.
Yeah, so-
this is not like playing Kentucky or Mississippi State in the SEC. Like
We've-
still grown men playing football
We
professionally.
beat Carolina. That was hot, as we can see, because they just beat the hottest team in the league in the Rams. We beaten the Rams at home. Yeah, they blew us out at our house, but they were clicking on all cylinders, and we were down again, you know, with Mac Jones backup. This is why we have Brock Purdy, because even Myles Garrett, I don't know if I saved it, he quoted saying, Brock Purdy, like, he doesn't do anything crazy special, but he has the feel. He knows when to step up. He feels the pressure. He knows when to get rid of the ball, and then he'll slip out of there, kind of Patrick Mahomes stylish, where it's just like, man, like how'd he run and get the 7 yards he needed and stuff? And like that's what he brings to the table.
Yeah, it's a calming presence to the offense. Now, granted, when he's throwing 15 yards downfield and has 3 first half interceptions, that's when there's some level of concern.
Now, those 3 interceptions.
Okay, let's
hear it.
Okay.
Matthew Stafford had 2 interceptions that were horrible.
Right.
Then we had what? Patrick Mahomes with 2 interceptions. He had a bad game.
Right.
And then two of those passes were just a little off the mark. There was the right read, the right throw.
Yeah, he wasn't missing by
And
much.
Kurt Warner even came out and said he throws like me. He throws with touch. And when you throw with touch, you tend to get more interceptions because if you miss the spot by a little bit, it's easier to catch
Yeah,
the
it's
ball.
just- yeah.
So you got the brick-handed cornerbacks because you'd be playing receiver if you're not playing.
That's such a trope.
You know,
That's
yeah, we all heard it.
cliche. Yeah.
But it's easier for them to catch it because he's throwing a nice ball with touch on it.
I think I'd never thought about it
it's
that
not
way.
the gunslinger
Right.
where I'm going to like rocket it right into your.
I do
like,
think there's that. Now that you say that, Brock Purdy is a lot.
it's all touch.
It's a lot Kurt Warner though. Like you said, like obviously has way better wheels, way better mobility.
He throws it into
But-
like in between like zone triple coverage. I'm like, what are you doing? Then I'm like, oh my God, that was the greatest pass ever.
It's like Kurt Warner on the Cardinals. Kurt Warner,
Yeah.
like later in his career, where it was because like Kurt Warner on the Rams was firing the hell out of some of those passes.
Kurt
Like,
Warner had a stronger arm for sure. And
Yeah.
but we don't have that down the field.
I like
threat.
that comp though.
Yeah, we don't have that down the field threat at the moment, which, you know, Pearsall was it, but I think he's still playing a little injured right now. I mean, he's out there, but
It's week 13.
when we got one Christian McCaffrey who's about to set a record once again, who's leading the NFL in catches right now?
Jackson Smith and Jigba?
Nope.
George Pickens.
Nope. One Christian McCaffrey. He almost has almost 90 catches. I think he's like at 88.
Yeah, here's you
89.
another trope stereotype. Oh, it's because his dad was Ed McCaffrey
Yeah.
and raised him to be a running or a wide receiver.
Yeah, and the old he takes it so personal, saying he can't run it through the middle, so he goes hard at
I
every
heard,
play.
heard
Yeah.
a lot of that. Talking about Niners not having a deep threat. I wanted to pull up the full quote because I hadn't read it. I had only heard it talking about Juwan Jennings, and it was Cameron Justice. Cameron Justice had the report. It was Shelby Harris. This was his exact quote talking after the Browns, after Niners win over the Browns. Quote, "He's a hoe, and I want that known. Harris said, quote, like, I see why he got punched in the nuts, because he said some things that you should not say to another man ever. But like, I don't respect it because you say that, then run behind your O-line. That's some real soft S, and I want that known. I see exactly why they punched him in the nuts. I'm surprised nobody's punched him in the jaw yet. Yes. This on the same week that it's the anniversary of the Cortland Sutton, Cortland Finnegan, Andre Johnson fight. That's what I immediately thought of when I started back-to-back weeks. Juwan Jennings.
He's just salty. Put a little wine for that salt.
Physical wide receivers. It's
Hines Ward was never liked.
No.
Hall of Famer.
A lot of crackback blocks.
Yeah, a lot of crackbacks
before they were illegal.
Yeah, so, I mean, Christian McCaffrey's having a standout year. Now I would put him ahead of Jonathan Taylor at the moment because he's had 2 or 3 games that just, like, he's falling. He's not putting up the numbers. And
the problem is with both of those guys, if you're talking anywhere related to, like, MVP, it's going to go to Stafford, to a quarterback.
I'm not talking about offensive player of the year. That's anybody else but a quarterback. Yeah, Stafford, he doubled his interceptions in one game against the Carolina Panthers, who picked off Brock Purdy 3 times. 2 of those, right read, missed the point by a little bit. They jumped the gun. Good catches, touch. The other interception, no one would have saw a cornerback running all the way across the field to go pick that ball.
No, that was an amazing read by Horn.
Yeah,
realizing
like nothing's coming my way. Let me go run this way.
Had no underneath responsibility. Covered 2/3 of the field.
Aikman's been real critical on Purdy, and like there's been stuff like where like Dan Orlovsky and Troy Aikman have gotten into it, where it's like, are you watching the same game I am? He's like, are you kidding me? Because he was like, that was a bad game for Brock Purdy, and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, what are you talking
Brother,
about?
If you're telling me you trust Dan Orlovsky's quarterback knowledge over Troy Aikman's, I think you've already lost the argument.
Oh, Spurs win. Thank you, Jason. Hey.
Very nice.
That's a good segue. No more Niners talk. Yes, I am biased. It's my team.
So are you ready?
Go Spurs, go!
So that the people know that aren't following the Niners as closely as you are. We don't have to hear any Niners talk next week.
I know. We get our bye in week 14.
So weird. So weird.
Look at us.
A bye in week 14.
You know what that killing is? Because this is the last week of fantasy football.
Right.
All those managers that are on the cusp, they don't get their number one.
Like a certain Niners fan I know.
I'm not on the cusp. I'm on.
There's only 4 teams that make the playoffs, Bubba.
It's 6 teams. I changed it, gentlemen.
Oh,
okay. I changed it because I always said it was 6.
We'll discuss the ethics of that in the lightning round here coming up. But that also means we don't have a Niners game to pick. Next week.
We are definitely picking the 4 best games. I like the.
So what we'll do picks wise. Since we don't have to pick the only game
They're
we have to.
They're not doing Saturdays yet, are they? No,
not
because it's
yet.
championship weekend.
Yeah, they'll start. They are gonna. The NFL is gonna go up against college football playoff games later in the year. I think December 19th,
sure, they're
20th.
Strategically place them in different times.
They announced the times, and they are not. They're going head to head. Yeah, I know. The NFL sucks. Like,
that's when you get the ACC and the what was it? The American League.
Get ready for Virginia versus Ole Miss.
Vanderbilt versus
We'll talk a little college football in the lightning round too. We got to burn through the rest of the league. We do have to get a pick for the Cowboys on the record tonight, though, because
why don't we go ahead and just review the picks that we had 2 weeks ago?
Okay, well, let's go back. Let's see.
Those.
Oh, weird. I can't. I guess I don't have.
They're in there. They're in there.
Okay, here I was leading 18-17 overall. That was a good week. Yeah. Did great there. Let's see. Oh no! Here we're tied 20-20 overall that week. Yeah, and then it looks like you went. You won the last 2 weeks 4-2 against me. So as it sits tonight, you have a 28-24 overall lead. The last picks we
covering
had
that 3.5 spread.
The Cowboys are the only reason I'm even close.
Yes.
I picked the Cowboys over the Eagles. You missed that one. I picked the Panthers
on, Eagles.
over the Niners. These are 2 weeks ago, and you got that one.
Yeah.
And then the rest of that week fell the way it did. You have opened up a 4-game lead over me.
That's what I do.
We're at the point now where we're going to have to start doing whoever has the overall lead picks first
Yeah.
so that the person trailing has the opportunity to fade if they want to. You know what I'm saying?
So we didn't do that when I was trailing.
No, that's right. We're getting to the back of that was like
All
week
right.
6.
All
It was week
right.
7. We're not, but I was gonna say, I think we should still. I make my Cowboy pick first, and you make your Niner pick first.
Okay.
But the rest of the picks,
I go
whoever's
first.
leading goes first. Yeah.
Okay.
So we have Cowboys.
Well, let's run through the games. Who won?
You want to do the rest of that before we make a pick at the
Yeah.
end? Okay. Last week, other games on Thanksgiving. So looking at normally, of course, our 4 categories: contenders, playoffs, fringe, and ass.
Yeah.
We're starting to really eliminate some teams like the Dolphins, the Saints, the Jets, and the Falcons.
Ass.
Those are all your ass games last week. None of those teams are climbing out of fringe at best. You get what I'm saying?
Putting Browns to Cleveland. I don't know if you said Cleveland.
Well, the only reason they weren't there is because they played
Commanders.
Niners
ass.
in the playoff bracket. So
I'm like, if you haven't won 5 games, you're an ass.
we've been saying what determines who gets to go in the contender category is any team that is under plus 1,000 odds to win the Super Bowl. Most of the year, despite the record, the Chiefs still had the best odds until 3 weeks ago. They're now fully dropped out. They're
wow.
not even in our contender category whatsoever. There are only 4 teams that qualify currently. Only 4 teams that have less than plus 1,000 or less odds. We'll work backwards. So right on the line, the Bills are at plus 1,000. The Eagles plus 950. The Packers plus 900. And then the Seahawks plus 850. Your teams with the 4 best odds to win the Super Bowl are all NFC teams. The Bills are the first AFC team. Patriots are right behind the Bills at plus 1,100.
Yeah.
But I give you all of those numbers to show you how much of a gap Vegas believes the Los Angeles Rams versus everybody else is.
They're still high on the Rams.
The Seahawks have the second best odds at plus 850, and the gap,
So it goes NFC West 2 times.
that's correct. The Rams are plus 490. Vegas is telling you there's almost twice as good a chance the Rams win the Super Bowl than any other team in the league.
Yeah, favor them. I want to be an underdog when we take them out in their house.
I'm still not.
We done it.
I mean, I was
We've already
about to
done
say,
it.
like,
We've done it before
I don't know.
this year.
I understand the Rams have looked great, but there's still a lot of NFC West games to be played. Between,
But you also got to look at the week schedule and stuff. But like when it gets to playoffs, you're going to start playing good teams,
right.
and good defenses. And you saw what happens whenever you can sit there and apply the run, good defense. They controlled the game, the Panthers. They only were up at the end of the game before the Panthers came down with the game-winning drive.
Yeah, right there at the end.
Yeah.
So that's our criteria for contenders.
Yeah.
Rams being the biggest contender in Vegas's eyes. But elsewhere in the contender category, Thanksgiving game, Packers end up beating the Lions 31-24. Lions continue their tailspin. Dan Campbell is 2-2 now since taking over play calling duties. And all of a sudden, this Lions-Cowboys game is
big.
is huge.
Yeah.
Which unexpectedly, if you had told me 3 weeks ago, the Lions would be out of the playoffs, the Bears would be the number 1 seed in the NFC, and the Cowboys would be the team that is right behind the Lions in the standings.
Insane.
This league moves
insane.
so fast. And this week, like every week left on the schedule, it's going to really determine where these teams end up come season end. Speaking of the Bears, Black Friday game, impressive again from Ben Johnson, my Madden franchise cohort. Bears beat the Eagles 24-14. My gut wants to say that game is more about the Eagles' struggles, but at some point you've got to credit the 1-seed Bears who would have a first-round bye right now if the playoffs
You got to
started.
credit their running game, man.
Physicality.
They hit on that, what was it, 5th or 6th round with Mahogany.
Say it fast.
Mahogany.
So I practiced it.
Mojani.
I made,
Mamdani?
Manjami.
Manjami,
Something like that. Because I made the roommate,
the mayor of New York City.
we were, oh yeah, I might be getting that confused with Zoran. No, because that's how I was, it's something similar.
Similar, yeah.
Yeah. Because I was practicing it, because it feels like
Him
we
and
need to
Deion-
know.
Swift is
We
like,
need to know his name, how to pronounce it
Yeah.
at this point.
Swift definitely, he's resurgence. He's pissed that he was pissed when he got kicked off the Eagles because he had a good season with them. And then they were like, nah, we're going to go with a shiny new toy. And they won the Super Bowl. So I think this year motivated him. And then I think at practice, he probably saw Manjami's like skill, like speed and physicality. And he's like, man, I got to keep my job.
Yeah, and even then, Manungai.
Okay, There we go.
That's
That
how you
sounds-
say it.
sounds about
Manungai.
right.
Yeah, because I was walking around the house just going, Manungai. And Steph was like, you've got to freaking stop. You're driving me crazy. I was like, no, I've got to get this. I can't screw this up when we're
Serenity
back.
now.
Exactly. I do still think the Eagles, I want to still say, are a better football team in the long run in terms of contender status.
It's like, who do you trust, Jalen and with AJ Brown emerging again and Devontae Smith?
But an offensive
Or-
coordinator who's getting his house egged
Yeah,
versus
he might not have a job if he loses this game.
I think the ice is as thin as possible. I mean,
Yeah.
we talked about this too when we were making our divisional picks back during training camp or preseason, and the Eagles losing both coordinators or the Lions losing both coordinators with Ben Johnson going to Chicago,
Yeah,
Aaron Glenn going to the
I didn't think it was
Jets,
gonna make this big of a difference, but
Eagles losing Kellen Moore.
yeah,
We've seen this Eagles offense. I mentioned every other year they sputter down the stretch. That's because every other year they've been having to replace their offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And there's clearly a disconnect among the offensive side of the ball in Philly.
something. But like a good coach, like a good head coach, just like Shanahan, we have to replace our offensive coordinator and our defensive coordinator almost every other year because we still do good, and all they do is learn all this gold from Shanahan, especially the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, and spin it into a
career
promotion. Yeah.
So
How much leeway, I mean, how long does Sirianni get to keep saying, well, it's because our coordinators keep getting poached?
he gets a pass this year.
This every other year business, though,
Would you
eventually.
take a Super Bowl every other year?
Of course I would, but not mouth-breathing Philly fans. They eat horse crap at the Super Bowl parade. Like that. I didn't just make that up. That's video proof.
But when you get the cops egging the house, I still think it was the cops.
Right. Probably not
He's
wrong.
probably living in a gated neighborhood. How'd they get in there?
Yeah. And back the blue,
The
not
neighbors just get out and be like,
not the Kelly Green. Back the blue instead.
So-
You mentioned. Oh, you got something else?
oh no, I was looking at the games for next week, and I think I got the ones we got.
Well, we got time to do those. We got to burn through these.
Okay.
You mentioned the Panthers comeback over the Rams.
Yeah.
I don't think we really need to say a whole lot else. That feels like a flukish. Like, I don't think watching that game you could say, "Oh, I see cracks in the Rams' armor." That's just one of those weird. Like the Panthers aren't a bad team.
Matthew
Rams.
Stafford's always been known to make a couple bad passes a game.
Yep.
And if you can capitalize on those, you got a chance. So that's getting in his head. I guarantee you. We'll see next week if it comes to fruition. But the interceptions are going to go up if he doesn't get it straightened out quick.
You know off the top of your head, Rams opponent next week? I'm looking. Oh, it's Cardinals. Yeah,
Cardinals.
they're not
So I
much
mean, I can
drama
see
there.
I can see Buda Baker grabbing one. You know,
Yeah, I could also see Stafford returning to the MVP frontrunner that he was before last
the Cardinals, if they're injury prone on defense, they've drafted nothing but defenders except for Marvin Harrison Jr. in the first round for the past 4 years.
and they haven't really hit on any true game wreckers.
They got one.
They got good guys. They
Yeah.
got good talent, but there's not.
He wears a single digit, man. He's like he was like a 3-4 guy who would go on the defensive end, but more of a linebacker, kind of like a Parsons. I forget his name. They got him like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I can see it in my head. Yeah,
But he's injured. He's been injured, so he's been in and out. But the Rams should easily handle Brissett. You know,
elsewhere in the contenders, Seahawks smoke the Vikes. Vikes don't have a quarterback. That whole you have to watch Sam Darnold go up against you as you're basically the same team as you were last year, except for Sam Darnold.
and did they goose egg him or did they actually get
26-0.
Yeah,
Goose egged them. Yeah. It's a rough time for Vikes fans. Seahawks continue to show.
the last game of the year. We're coming for the division. We're like the Niners are coming for the division. We have if we beat the Seahawks and the Rams stumble one more game,
Oh, I think we're going to see
the Niners win the division.
I think we're gonna see-
because we're going to be 4-1.
the NFC West as it sits right now
Or
is
5-1,
not how
5-1 in division. Yeah.
I don't think that's how it ends by season's end. Whether it's
we play Seattle last game of the season.
there's some really salty final week matchups across the league where
I'm excited.
you're going to see
I
potential
think
playoff.
Chicago and Green Bay play at the end.
That sounds right. We were looking at some of these last time we were in the room. Bills beat the Steelers 26-7. Is Tomlin finally ready to be like, I don't want any more of this every year where we're the last team in the playoffs, where I'm dealing with Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields as my Mason Rudolph as my quarterback.
He's been dealing with it for 4 or 5 years.
But does he want to stick around for the full rebuild that needs to happen on the offensive side of the ball?
If there's anybody that can convince him, it's Pittsburgh because
Sure.
they keep their coaches until they retire.
Yeah, I was talking about it with Andy on the show today. Another cliche stat you've heard, but you can't hear it enough because it's insane.
Only 3 coaches.
Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin. That's it since 1969.
That's crazy.
That's it. It's insane. The playoff category.
Mac
mentioned-
Jones is available for a first rounder.
He ain't getting a first rounder for that.
Come on.
Niners over the Browns. Jags beat the Titans. Nothing to break down there. The Titans might be picking one again. Huge win for the Texans over the Colts. Colts finally showing that they are dropping back down to.
Did you watch that game?
Yeah.
Egregious calls. Poor Colts fans.
Oh, come on.
Come on, man. Egregious calls. And that's all I'm going to leave it at.
Look,
A PI.
not every officiating crew in the league is equal. There are some that are better than others, and sometimes you hit the short end of the stick.
Sometimes
on
you
that.
gotta look at the board and be like, "Yeah, I really screwed up on that one."
Yeah,
let me
you
give,
don't-
let me give them a makeup call. No,
Nope.
another one. Pass interference offense against. Like, God, man, they rose to the occasion. They definitely gave them the Chiefs treatment.
Yeah, the Texans now, I believe, first team out of the playoffs on the AFC side of things.
Big game this week.
CJ Stroud being back is obviously what
Yeah.
changes everything for them. They were able to rely on the defense with Davis Mills, win games.
The emergence of Will Marks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bucks over the Cards, closer than it should have been. But Buccaneers maintain pace in their own division race.
Baker's just not himself right now.
That whole Buccaneers team is. I was riding high on them earlier in the season in our picks, but the last 3 weeks they've burned me.
Yeah.
And it's been Baker plus points, and that was hitting like crazy. Even when they lost the game, they covered the spread.
Ibuka is dropping balls. He's playing like a rookie. You know, he
Finally.
was playing, and I think it's the burnout. It's the rookie burnout, in my opinion. They're not used to these long games, and their body's wearing down. They're mentally fatigued. You
They
know?
also haven't had a run game
Buck Irving came back finally
to lean on like they had early in the year.
Yeah.
Chargers beat the Raiders as expected. Chargers, again, I think
They'll beat the teams that are beatable, and the teams that are not, they'll blow them out or get blown out.
Yeah, I think the Chargers might be the
There's a
team
blowy either way.
that, so to speak. That's the end of our Chargers analysis. Broncos barely survived the Commanders in that Sunday night overtime game. Commanders
The Broncos.
going for 2, tried to
the
win it.
luckiest team in the league.
Great pressure defense,
Yeah,
but
their defense-
outside of that, a lot of questions.
Oh, buddy.
A lot of questions. Are the Patriots? Who do you have more faith in right now in the AFC? The Bills or the Patriots? You still got to say Bills because of Josh Allen, right? Or is Drake May?
They are decimated on defense, and Mike Vrabel is showing once again the elite coaching he is, because he took the Tennessee Titans to the playoffs multiple times
With Tannehill.
Tannehill.
With a former receiver, a former Aggie receiver.
Receiver turn quarterback. You know?
And that was a playoff starting quarterback. Yeah. The Vrabel thing, again, as happy as I've been with Shoddy and the Cowboys all year, it still absolutely burns my ass that guys like Ben Johnson, Vrabel never even got interviews with Dallas, because immediately, like right
because
now,
they're going to take control.
Lane Kiffin signing the deal at LSU. Lane Kiffin makes at minimum 3 times more a year than Shoddy does as the Cowboys head coach.
Of course.
That should not be.
Jerry's a cheap ass.
That should. It's the great illusion.
Even though he hit another glory hole.
It's the great illusion.
He got another $20 billion coming to him.
It's the great illusion he's pulled off for all these decades. Pats beat the Giants 33-15 last night in a very boring Monday night game. And then the fringe, Cows over Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs are in the fringe category now. And the Cows have moved up to the fringe category. That tells you how weird that game was for other reasons.
I don't know.
The two have just moved closer towards that right line between playoffs and fringe.
They're both like, what, 3 out of the last playoff seed?
Again, that tie with the Cowboys, I think, makes it like 1.5 out of the division, 2.5 behind y'all.
2.5 out of the division.
2.5 out of the division, 1.5 behind y'all.
Because we got 9 wins now. So
you're 9-4.
Yeah.
But the Cowboys only have 5 losses and the tie.
So that half game basically count that as a loss.
Right. It doesn't help them there.
Doesn't help them.
How about the Ravens' disappointing showing on
Lamar, dude? Like, what? I don't get him. I think he needs. I know he's never gonna get it, but he might need a change of scenery. Like, he's never been a wide receiver thrower. Zay Flowers is good.
He's also never had a true game-changing number 1 wide receiver.
I think Zay Flowers can be
Yeah, but Zay's nowhere. Like, Cowboys have 2 wide receivers better than any guy Lamar has had at any point of his career. CD and Pickens are better than any wide receiver Lamar's played with.
If it wasn't for Lamar,
The tight ends are good, though.
if it wasn't for Lamar Jackson and that pick, that 32nd or 31st pick of the draft, do you think they would be like the Browns? Good defense, horrible offense.
I mean, they'd certainly be closer to it.
That's how they won their last Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, they would certainly be.
Trent Dilfer as the quarterback.
Well, and
no, it was Flacco. My bad.
yeah, Flacco most recently. But going back to those, Jamal Lewis, just pounding the ball, running with the heavy defense, that would be
Ray Rice before
Ray Rice did football at a non-football time. Yeah.
Bitch, shut up.
Let the record show. This guy.
I'm a feminist.
Yes,
There's
yes.
some things you should never tell a man.
Yeah. I want him to know he a hoe, and I want him to know
She
that.
a hoe.
Yeah.
She said something she should never tell a man.
Dolphins, Saints, Jets, Falcons, ass wrapping up NFL Week 13. Moving into Week 14, we're going to do some kind of show before the full NFL schedule this weekend, whether it's the Cowboys watch along Thursday, if my equipment still works at the house, or if it's something we record where we just do our picks and get them on the record. But we got to do the Cowboys pick before we go to lightning round here because we have will not have a chance to do a show before they kick off Thursday night, no matter what we do.
2 Thursdays in a row. It's like, God, sounds like.
Can
the
I tell
league
you something?
Favors another league.
The being able to watch NFL Sunday without the existential dread of a Cowboys game hanging over
But
me.
there's hope now. You don't have dread. You have hope.
Buddy, I am a German philosopher inside here. I have nothing but nihilism and despair in my future, no matter what multiverse outcome.
Going to disappoint me.
That's correct, because all that life is death. That is it. That's how I view it, and especially when it comes to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But they only played one Sunday game in the entire month.
Yeah.
Like if you
That's insane.
a 4-week stretch, it was the game against the Eagles. Everything else has been Monday
It
or
was a
Thursday.
Sunday night.
And it was 3:25.
Oh,
it was the
3:25,
afternoon window. So yeah, I've been enjoying the hell out of these Cowboys free Sundays, and we get another one this week, of course,
All right.
Thursday night.
So what you thinking? You going against the mighty Lions?
And going against my boy Dan Campbell, who I
Is he your boy now?
grew up sharing a church pew with at various times. So the game opened at Lions 3.5-point favorites. Immediately, the Cowboys betting portion of the fan base put money on the Cowboys and drove the line down to 3 flat. So it is now, which sucks.
On ESPN, they still got it at 3.5.
Are you sure? I was looking at it earlier. I want to make sure. Now, you see this that it's showing what
the
it
spread.
opened
Oh, that's
versus where it's at now.
See, I don't gamble, dude.
It's down to 3. So it's Cowboys plus 3 on the road in Detroit, Thursday night game. Detroit had the best year in their franchise history last year, dealing with some disappointment this year, but has the opportunity to get right back into it, and not only get back into it, but create even more space where it's basically Detroit and the rest of the NFL playoff picture. And then it's Dallas and the rest of the NFL non-playoff teams. Like they can open up a gap that really.
Talk yourself into it, dude.
I'm talking myself into Detroit covering 3 points at home on Thursday night.
Cowboys, they're hot. They're hot. They're hot in the fish grease.
I think sometimes you've got to know when to leave the table. I've taken the Cowboys the last 3 weeks running, 4 weeks actually going back, and I think, they ever since the bye week.
I talked you into the Cowboys on the Eagles. You weren't for it, and then I was like, "Come on, do it." And it messed up my perfect score.
And I don't think you're going to be able to talk me into it this time. I think this Cowboys bubble has to burst eventually. Yeah. I think the Lions, the thing that does scare me, or not scare me, but I think the biggest question is, since the trade deadline, Cowboys are the number 3 rush defense in the entire league. Detroit has to get the running game going for the rest of their offense to work.
Jamar Gibbs is on his game right now. Coming off like 2 weeks ago, he had a game of his career. Last week, still stellar game. They definitely concentrated on him. Jared Goff needs to, take a break from his hot ass wife and focus. You know,
I will say, in a more football-related analysis of the Lions, besides the spouses of said Lions, since Dan Campbell took over play calling, you've seen a lot more of J-Mo, a lot more of Jamison Williams being
he did.
involved. You're seeing more of the reliance on that physical run game to set up everything else, to set up the play action.
Montgomery's getting a little bit more touches.
Yeah.
So they're trying to wear out the defense a little bit.
I think you finally see the Cowboys defense get a little exposed. I think this is...
So you're picking the Cowboys.
I will be leaving the blackjack table where I've had so much luck for the last 4 weeks, and I will be picking the Lions to cover 3 points at home
Well,
Thursday
sir,
night.
I was never at that blackjack table, so I'm going to stay away because that is hot garbage. I'm taking the Lions.
Agreeing, Lions. Yeah. I figured, I'm down 4 overall, but I figured taking the Cowboys in this game would be way too risky.
You'd be like, they got to be tired, man. Those were grueling games.
And it's been a lot of, they had 2 games over basically 4 days.
And you got to think of this like a playoff game, and who's got the better playoff experience right now?
More recently, it's
Lions.
definitely Lions. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Give us both the Lions -3. Hopefully I didn't just throw away an opportunity to gain a game on you, but I cannot take the Lions. LG, let's do some lightning round. Get out of here, shall we? 10-16, doing the lightning round. Speaking of the Cowboys, you know what debuted tonight on HBO? I'd kind of forgotten about it until I started seeing the promos earlier today. The Hard Knocks in season.
Who do we got?
It's the NFC East.
Oh, God, that's right.
So we're going to get to see the Cowboys dealing with everything they're dealing with, both on and off the field. And now this mini revival. The Eagles struggles. I cannot wait to see some of the footage, if they show us some of the footage from the coaches' meetings, coaching rooms, because I want to see how they're handling their issues. Obviously, not as exciting to see the Commanders or Giants, although maybe they have footage of Abdul Carter in meetings. He's been
what is he like? Old
he's
buddy
been
from San Francisco?
suspended. He missed 2 weeks ago. They held him out of the first series of the game, and last night, Monday night, they basically held him out for almost the whole first quarter. So there's something, and the veterans on the defense, like Brian Burns, and there was another guy that had a real biting quote, but they're basically flat out saying like, yeah, look, he's a hell of a player, but he's got to figure out how to be a mature adult. Like this is like these are basic things, and it's
Romanowski.
You got to grow up.
He just whipped his dick out at me.
Well, that certainly breaks.
Penis.
10, 18, Cap talking about D's, but B holes and D's.
B holes and no B's and D's.
It's been a minute since we've been in the room. No, I will say I haven't watched a lot of these in-season Hard Knocks.
You can say bitch, but you can't say.
It's a funny world we live in, isn't it?
I hate the hypocrisy,
As
bro.
as the transplants would say, it's a wicked world we live in. It's cruel and unforgiving. NFC East, so I'm at least excited. We'll see if it's
Can't
any
wait to see
good.
it. Hit me, LG. We're going to break these in 2 parts in the lightning round. We got the Sports Cave Live fantasy football recap.
Okay, hold on. Let's start before we full recap.
I've always said it was 6 teams that make the playoffs.
Since day one, I checked the tape. I asked the first week we did this, you said 6 teams.
If you think I'm still going to be top 4. I got
not
the
gonna
most
be top
points
4.
besides you. I'm still going to be top 4, and I'm only doing this winning.
You're in 6th place right now.
I'm in 5th.
Okay.
Okay, calm down.
Okay. So if you missed it,
I would have been in 3rd or 2nd because right now I have a 7-6 record, and 3rd and 4th are 8 and 5s, and their total points are 1476 and 1454. I'm 1588. I got over 100 points on these guys.
But you got to win games.
Points matter.
But you got to win games.
Points matters, and this is why.
It should say real quick.
Week 12. Okay.
If you missed it, a listener alerted me that our settings, despite the fact we've been saying 6 teams all year, the settings showed we only had 4 teams making the playoffs.
Now.
So if you noticed, if anyone playing along in the fantasy league, I will vouch. This league's already shady as shiz.
Yeah, because you got
I got the number 1 pick and
number 1 pick and a wing and a ringer back there. Still,
yeah. Speaking of Zeb, I am Les Claypool. I'll jam Primus every day of my life if we can win this fantasy league. You just keep doing what you're doing, Playboy.
Oh, Miss Sweet Ellie.
So Cap made the executive decision, and
I made the commish decision.
Set the settings to what they should have been from day 1. 6 teams make the playoffs.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
You have the reins.
All right. So Eli Zuber, who was in dead last, took the captain's cream and churned it into butter and shoved it back in my face.
Oh, you got beat by the dead
Eli
last.
Ubers because he had one Jamar Gibbs when he put a 50 burger on me. Beat me 131 to 117. That was when Baker Mayfield gave me 5 points, and I can't rely on Baker anymore.
Not same, right there with you, brother. As
I
was just saying.
And this is week 12, so this is 2 weeks ago. King Henry of the Hamptons barely edged out Papayas FC 111 to 94. Team Momentumers got stopped in their tracks by the wild card man himself, Lonnie, 141 to 107. Chairman Meow with his weak ass 2-manager league team.
Bow to your sensei.
Just barely edged out Tulsa State Fair, 110 to 106. AI Overlord just still using ChatGTP to pick his lineup. Beat James Games by 120 to 98.
I'm about to be using ChatGPT to make these picks every week.
The A-hole theater kid, Gabriel. I like the name. I don't get
it. Solid.
He edged out to Brickashaw Ferguson, 107 to 87. Seems like someone had a down week, but that is week 12. We will get to week 13 on the next lightning round. Go for it.
Perfect. Hit me, LG. Remind me real quick, when do playoffs start?
Week 15. So this is the last week.
Okay.
For seeding.
Which it's funny that we changed the rules the last week of. Okay, all right, just see it. Do you have anything else for lightning round? Do you want to get to?
Oh, I was like, I got week 13. You
Fantasy?
Yeah. Do you have anything that you want to
well, I was sitting here thinking. I mean, let's burn through fantasy.
Okay,
again.
so
round 2.
Round 2 of Sports Cave Live Fantasy Football Recap. We got the captain creamed his way back to Tulsa State Fair and slid in slightly over the sky ride at 134 to 113.
Why? Why?
King Henry of the Hamptons.
That's all I asked.
Got beat by the pussy himself, the captain, Chairman Meow, 120 to 87.
Hey, that actually plays. Good job.
Hey. The wild card couldn't keep his winnings this week by DeBrickashaw Ferguson, 96 to 90. A-hole, the theater kid, reigns supreme in the number 2. Hey, man, I was a theater kid, too, for a little while. Then I found drugs.
The first time I ever got in-school suspension was because I let a girl during theater, during one-act play practice.
Didn't need to know that. They destroyed the AI Overlords with the lowest scores of 96 to 84. And Eli Ubers went back to it and buttered his way under the Team Momentumers to 115 to 94. Papaya FC lost to James Gang 127 to 109. We are shaping up for a week 14 matchup.
Do we actually have a playoff race?
We do have a playoff race. So James Gang, Papaya FC are 6-7. The wild card, the captain, are 7-6. Those are what can change.
So that's seeding what? 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah. So so if I lose and these two win, then it decides on points. I am 40 points over Papaya FC. So they would have to win.
Pretty safe.
Me lose.
Yeah.
And then score 40 more points than me.
Pretty safe.
James Gang, you're going to have to hope for Lonnie.
It's mathematically possible, James. But
You have a 5% chance to win on this one. This is why I say points matter. You have 1497. You're down by almost, for me, for the wild card, you're about 100. You need 55 points plus wild card to lose and you to win.
pray at the altar of Joe Walsh, a former member of James
And
Gang.
let's see. Wild cards got Eli Ubers. I got King Henry the Hamptons, number 10 and the number 12 seed. James Gang's going up against Chairman Meow. I will be looking for collusion.
Oh, James Gang. Wait, hold on.
I will be looking for collusion.
So James Gang.
You need to start a full lineup.
If he, okay, hold on. All right.
I don't play. I don't play, sir.
Rarely.
I will take over your team.
I want the people that are not watching the stream to know the look I just received from Cap. I don't think I've seen the side of him.
I don't play, man. And then we got Papaya FC going against A-Hole Theater Kid.
I got you, James.
But it looks like the A-Hole Theater Kid might have some people out. Oh, one Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, that is a rough.
That's a rough one, man.
That's a rough
one. So
rough
we got a
time
couple.
for
We got
a
a
bye
couple.
week.
We got a couple slick little games next week to decide the seeding. You are firmly in your number 1 seed.
Thank you. I was waiting.
You will have a first round bye. It looks like
I'm the Chicago Bears of our fantasy league. No one expected us to be here, but Zeb is my Ben Johnson. I made a great coaching hire in the offseason. I got the guy to run things.
if the Brickishaw Ferguson and AI Overlords win and A-Hole Theater Kid loses and they loses, you have the least points except by 3 by AI Overlords. They will jump up into the number 2 seed and have a first round bye. Now the captain will not be having no first round bye, so I will be eating and creaming on people for the first round.
You know, JT brings a good point to the program.
What's that?
You're worried about collusion, but you'll change the rules the week before the playoffs start. That's very interesting.
I said it was 6 games.
Very interesting
6 teams
timing.
all year. I don't play this 14 playoff crap. Don't do it.
To be honest,
I don't do it.
I'm glad we caught it when we did, because that would have really sucked. If
I
we
was
had
like, when I saw it, like usually the standard, because I just did standard scoring.
Right.
And its standard is usually 6 teams with two first round buys. I thought, like when I created the league.
Yeah, I thought this was America.
I thought this was America. We get buys, man.
We had standards here. All right, hit me, LG. Let's do one more and get out of here. We'll save college football talk for Thursday's episode when we do the rest of our picks, because I knew we were going to go late. I knew the Horns they're not getting in after the rankings that came out tonight. Something else happened while we were, since we've been in the room all together. We talk a lot, obviously, for good reason, about Wemby and the transcendent talent we have here in our city. We talk about how world-class, he's one of the 5 best people on earth that does what he does, play basketball. We have another guy here in San Antonio that, if he's not one of the 5 best in the world at what he does, he's 6th. He is right there with the best of the best, a true world-class talent, calls San Antonio home, born and raised. Did you see Bam Rodriguez knockout while we were on holiday hiatus?
No.
So Bam Rodriguez is pound for pound a top 5 fighter in the world, top 5 boxer in the world. Now, he's been building towards this. He's been getting buzz, but not at the level it's at now.
Yeah.
He unified all 3 belts at all 4, I think, actually now, at his weight class. Adds the IBF belt with the KO of Fernando Martinez. But sometimes when you see players, it's like Tiger at times, where sometimes you just see that face of like, oh my God, this guy is a demon. Like he is like, not only is he better than everybody else, but he knows it and he enjoys it and he relishes it. Bam had a 10th round knockout, and the knockout was impressive. The foot with the setup, everything about it, it's world class, as I was saying.
Yeah.
But a certain angle of the knockout, you can see when Bam realizes he's walked Fernando into the setup, into the trap. As he's setting up, all he's got to do is dodge one punch. You see the smile start to come across his face, and then it's just night. Roll that tape, LG, because
I love it.
watch, look right here. He knows he's got him. He's just smiling, and then boom!
Whap.
God.
He was say he
Look at this. Look at that smile.
He must have been body shotting that guy because his hands are down, man.
It's the 10th round, and
yeah, he's gassed.
at that point, he knew he had him. If he could just land that one punch.
Get it, dude. I love it.
As much as we talk about Wemby,
Yeah.
we need to be talking about Bam. Maybe not just as much, but pretty damn close.
We need a Frost Bank Center. We need a Frost fight in the Frost Bank.
Yeah,
Center.
another big one. The last one, when Mario Barrios, another local fighter, fought at the Alamo Dome. That was a pretty good fight, but it still wasn't. I agree, like a real big, like even in the Alamo Dome. Let's not Frost. Let's get 50, 60,000 people to watch a big title fight. I mean, San Antonio.
I think Bam could.
He could draw.
that.
He could draw it at this point. No question.
You got Isaac Cruz and Lamont Roach there this weekend, Frost Bank Center.
There you go.
Premier boxing event.
Nice.
There we go. The voice of God lets us know again.
Thank you, Jesus.
Absolutely uneducated on the topic we are currently discussing. Thank you, Jesus. On that note, thank you, Jesus. Always a good thing to say, but even more so when your Jesus is getting ready to travel across the world. LG, safe travels to Japan.
Yes.
We will do our best to hold the fort down for the next 10,
You want an
12.
Ambien so you can sleepwalk on the plane?
No. I was about to say that was a short answer. Get us out of here. Cap, tell the good people how they can get a hold of you, how they can find you.
You can get a hold of me at the Captain's Chair 210 on Instagram and Twitter.
Find me on X at Biggest Puma, Instagram biggest.puma. Putting together a show page as well, but we'll roll that out with the new year. LG, obviously, no streams for a while, but safe travels abroad.
Send me those toilet pics.
I'm in with Andy Thursday. We'll figure out a Cowboys viewing party. Appreciate all of y'all. Send Cap your toilet pics. Be good. Peace.
Kids, what do we say about drugs?
Only thugs use drugs. Say no to drugs.
Yeah!